How the fuck are you doing? This week on Must See Audio, we have Chris Flood, who is one of my co-hosts for Three Legs, Four Wheels, the Formula One podcast I do. We don't really talk about Formula One. We're all musicians, so we do generally talk more about music and what things we've done in music over the years. I've got a music video coming out, which is probably out when you're listening to this, I'd have thought, unless you got right on the boat dead quickly. But through the Twitters and stuff, like I'm going to make sure I get that in front of as many of your eyes as possible. It was a good chat this week. I really enjoyed the show, but you're going to listen to that in a minute, so you don't want me to listen to me talk about that. Just a quick heads up: we're adding to our Patreon at the minute. As of next week, we're going to start doing every podcast that me and Martin don't have a guest. When we didn't do a Patreon podcast, we're now going to do an extra Patreon podcast as well. So it's now, if you pay $5 or up, you will get 4 extra podcasts a month, where we pick a film every month, and we're going to sit down, watch the film, record us watching the film, and talk about the film as it's on. It's called Not the Director's Cut. We're going to start with Child's Play next week. Child's Play fucked me over when I was a kid. Like, I haven't seen that since I ended up in double figures. Like, I think I was 8 when I saw it, which is obviously not a fucking good idea. But yeah, like, I haven't watched that film since I was a small child, because of how much it fucked me up. I haven't watched any of the others, and even when I see the little creepy ginger-haired bastard, it still freaks me out. So that's going to be weird watching that, but that's the first thing we're going to start with. I'm going to mentally torture myself in the name of entertainment. But yeah, so we're going to do 2 films a month, essentially. When we do have a guest in, me and Martin are going to do this extra show, and that'll go up on our Patreon either in video form it's in video form and in audio form. So if you don't want to watch it as a video while you watch the film and you just want to listen to it at work or when you're driving or something like that, it'll be there as an extra podcast. But realistically, that means now if you're a $5 patron, you're going to get, if you say a film's 2 hours, there's 4, then an extra 2, sort of 45 minutes. You talk about like an extra 6 hours of content a month now, if you're a $5 patron. So it's if you're enjoying what we're doing, I think it's well worth doing it. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to say. I hope you enjoy the show that we've just done, and I will speak to you after the show with the list of patrons. Thanks very much. Bye bye. Now. It's really good.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Guest. There we go.
How's it going?
Recognise that voice.
It feels weird being with you on a Friday.
Yeah, it does. I'm sat in the wrong seat for a start.
It feels like...
Which seat are you usually in?
I'm usually where Lee is.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
I'm usually where you are.
Okay. You're usually here anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, you sat there last week.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Because my little eyes can't see the computer from over there.
Oh, okay.
Tiny eyes, Stevens.
Yeah.
So, for anyone that doesn't know, we've got Chris with us, Mr. Flood.
Hello.
Yay.
Of 3 Legs, 4 Wheels fame.
It's guest week.
It's almost fame, isn't
It is.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. You're getting some big fuck off numbers.
I'm loving your T-shirt.
It's
for our video listeners.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can see that if I move the beer bottle out of the way. Those listening without the visual aid will just have to imagine it.
Well, there was no YouTube show last week.
Was there not?
Because my computer went
fucking... Fuck it? Oh, you fucked it. Yeah.
Absolute cunter, didn't it?
I heard about that.
Yeah, I couldn't upload it. But this one will be uploaded because we've got the lights. I hope.
We have got the lights.
I'm almost looking forward to like doing the video edit a bit to see what the white balance is like. Because I'm that sort of cunt now.
There's that sort of professional lighting here. I feel like I'm going to get Weinstein later.
Oh,
you
I
would be like,
don't think there's
I
any
can make it
thinking
big.
about it.
Have you seen his wife has done her first interview?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she coming out and going, I didn't do anything, or is she like, I'm ashamed?
She's
One or the other, isn't
ashamed.
it?
She's ashamed.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
says, like, I cannot believe I was so naive.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Also, my fashion brand is failing because of it. So,
Amazing.
so he's clearly a twat because this business that I clearly built by myself without any help from him.
So there's no sexy guilt on the fucking brand at all.
No.
You need to keep these clothes going.
Yeah.
10% of every sale goes to a women's refuge.
Well, I don't know that she's done that yet.
No, she'll get there
probably
eventually,
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Rose will see to that.
Hashtag me
that out.
too. That's what she wants to start putting on all her clothes.
Yes. Yeah. She's.
Because technically it was her as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
If he was
wank in her-
abusing them, then
Yeah.
he was abusing her at the same time.
I suppose so. Yeah. She didn't realise it.
Exactly. Apparently.
Bloody good Stockholm syndroming.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not commending him on his technique or anything.
Absolutely not.
No. But yeah, he's a right wrong'un.
Oh,
He
he's
is,
well wrong.
full on.
Let me
You're
silence-
absolute bellend.
Let me silence that. I didn't put it on airplane mode. But
We're reading your messages.
I know, yeah.
What are you doing?
Hey, we're not on 3 legs, 4 wheels now.
No.
Oh, yeah. Professionalism has gone out the window.
Fucking Lee's going, oh, the shit I've got to put up with on a Friday is fucking off the scale. Yeah.
There's a lot of message reading goes on a
There is.
Monday night.
On your,
Yeah.
is there?
Mm.
Yeah. You're just better at covering it than I am.
Because I'm doing a podcast as well, I remember about podcasts, so I start plugging our stuff as well on Twitter while we're doing it.
Of course, you are a lot more professional at that than I am.
I wouldn't know about that. Speaking about professional, I think by the time people listen to this, they might have watched our music video with Mr. Flood is in that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Segue on that one.
Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah.
Rolling right in.
She's pretty good though, isn't she? I'm pretty happy with it all.
It's a good video.
Yeah.
I've just had
Yeah.
a preview of it before we started recording it. I'm impressed.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, but what I'm going to say, I have absolutely no power in the outcome of it, so it's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But there's such a fine line I think you walk, especially being like an amateur or unsigned band doing a music video.
Yeah, doing it yourself as
Because
well.
it can look pretty fucking
Yeah.
ropey pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you remember P-Rock, the TV channel?
Yeah.
Well,
It was
some of the
fucking
videos,
terrible.
some of the
Jesus
videos on
Christ.
that should probably not have made television ever.
Yeah. It made
just because you had a camera at that particular point
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
mean
Yeah,
that you
so,
were. You
some of those videos
Just
should
like
make
now.
print media.
exactly. Yeah.
What was the was it Pennywise? I don't think it was Brohim. What was the one with the guy on the skateboard?
Oh, in the going out in and out of all the swimming pools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
I know
that
what you
Brohim?
mean. It might be Brohim. I can't remember.
But that was
many
quite...
years since I've watched a Pennywise video.
Yeah, sorry. I
There's a reason for that.
I didn't think you were the Wikipedia
I'm
of
not 15 and skateboarding anymore.
late night.
Did you skateboard? Were you a skateboarder?
I tried
little bit.
skateboarding. I was actually
Yeah.
discussing this yesterday with a colleague.
It's not the ideal sport for the tall man, is it?
No.
Well, I was
skateboarding?
going to
No,
say
no.
you're probably the same as me in that it just overtopped the fucking...
Well, yeah, I
Just
bought a
deck it.
skateboard from Index when I was about 14, 15. You
Yeah.
remember you used
the
to go
shop with
in,
the little
you went,
pen.
yeah, you went in with your pen and you tapped in, you found it in the catalogue.
Yeah.
I got a home delivery catalogue for it, you know,
Ooh.
went through and I was like, oh, I quite like that. I'll go down the shop and get that. It had a black bottom on it with like a white and yellow skull underneath, skull and
Oh,
crossbones.
amazing. Yeah.
I was like, I'll have that. That looks really cool. And I can't remember exactly how much it cost, but I had a bit of pocket money, a bit of birthday money and stuff like that. But yes, I'm going to go down and get myself a skateboard.
Yeah.
So got on the bus from Onken, just round the corner here, went all the way down into town, walked into the store, punched the number in. It was like, yes, they still got it in stock. Brilliant. Went and waited at the desk and my name was read out and I was like, got it. It's like, yes, brilliant. Can unwrap that thing. And I was like, oh, I'm so pleased I've got this. This is amazing. I was like, I just got to learn how to use it now. Look, right, where can I go when no one's going to see me?
Yeah.
And I can use it. So I did the kid thing, backyard, you know,
Okay, yeah,
just
yeah.
a path because most of it was
Yeah.
grass, but they had like a concrete path
Read
at
the
the time.
path up
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Concrete path up and down, fell over a few times. Mum said if I break my leg, I could take myself to the hospital.
Amazing.
I was like, even at 14, I was like, don't know how that's even a thing.
Yeah. It's
She
going
has...
to be difficult, Mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and then I thought, right, no, I need to get like out like, somewhere with a big bit of concrete. I remember Ryan Corran was doing some work down at the lifeboat station.
Okay, yeah. He's big on lifeboats as Ryan.
Yeah. So his family has been lifeboats for years, haven't they? So I remember, down by the pier there, that would be amazing. Just sort of to
Next
see
to
if I
all
can-
that fucking water.
Well, yeah. The thing is, I thought I won't fall in. There's fence there. What I didn't think about was that if you fall on your ass and the skateboard goes out from underneath you, it just goes off.
Oh
and,
no!
Yeah.
Oh
So I only had it like I think it was a day and a half,
shit!
and it was like the evening of the day after I bought it, and it just was sort of went shkum, and I could still feel the cold sweats, even though it was a warm day.
Yeah.
The cold sweats when I'm sat on my ass, and the pain from falling over goes.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
And just as you know, when you hear that,
yeah.
that's that thing, and you sort of pick yourself up and you think, I can't go and get that,
Yeah.
but I'm going to see if it's floating.
Yeah, it's not
And I
fucking
tentatively
floating.
walked over to the, and I must have stared into the water for a good 10, 15 minutes.
It'll come back up.
Yeah. I must have stared at it for like 10, 15 minutes, and then I was one of those kind of upsets where when you walk away, you're not crying, but there are definite tears in the eyes.
Yeah.
I was upset. I was not at all impressed. And I walked all the way home,
Yeah.
and by which time I had dried my eyes a little, and then I decided probably shouldn't do the skateboarding thing, and I never touched one again.
That's good. That's good.
That's my skateboarding story.
Nice. How did you get on when you got back to the house with it? Where's your skateboard? Was it like I fancy guitar instead, to be honest.
I was already sort of starting to dabble
Right.
with the guitar by that point, but yeah, it was about a week went by, and my mum was like, "Have you given up on that skateboard already?" And I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out again some other time." And
I
then I
love-
never
how
spoke
old
of
were
it.
you when that happened?
14, I think I was.
That's brilliant, because for a teenager to just go, maybe it's not for me. There's a story behind that. A mischievous teenager going, "What did you do?"
yeah, pretty much. I was upset, but I was determined to be cool, like a lot of other kids.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
kind of tired of going to the newish skate park,
Yeah.
and just like
The
just
Nobles Park
watching
one.
people,
Yeah.
and just watching people skate and just being like,
Yeah.
okay,
A fucking
I know.
skate voyeur.
yeah, now what? Now I'm gonna go home. Like,
I had a skateboard when I was like a little bit younger, but to be fair, I didn't get the skateboard because I was interested in skateboarding. I got it because it was a catalog thing again. It was a Toys R Us thing,
yeah,
but it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skateboard. So I was like, "I'm fucking having that."
yeah, of course you are.
Absolutely shit at
See,
it. Fucking
all I've
terrible
got
at it.
now is like I can imagine young
Stop
Flood
laughing
sat
at
there.
us.
No, I imagine young Flood sat there watching everybody else skateboard when his only friend in the world sat next to him was a 50-year-old life punk.
No, there was quite a lot.
No,
quite a
there
lot of
wasn't
people.
that many of them.
No, quite a lot of people go to the skate park and just
Yeah.
sort of hang around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I'd say probably more than half the people who went probably couldn't skate.
Didn't skate. No, they're just there. To be fair, they were there for the fucking music and the
Yeah, because you used to have
just
like
blasting out whatever out of
That's
your
it.
cassette player
yeah,
or what the fuck it was.
Boombox.
A boombox.
ghetto blaster.
Yeah.
20% of people there couldn't skate, so it's like the new metal equivalent of a gym.
Yeah, yeah, that's the fucking one. All these gains and there's fuck all about it. Yeah. But then there was that, like, I think there's that, like, divide, I think, because obviously, like, the sort of skate park thing had that punk element,
Yeah.
that sort of, side to it. But then, as you say, like, the older, like, the 50-year-old fucking punks or whatever,
Where they get to
completely different.
they get to an age and everybody looks like Spike from Buffy.
Yeah,
I know what
yeah.
you mean. Yeah,
They all look like Wallace,
yeah.
Spike from Buffy.
Yeah.
Even
But,
even with although he's got no hair,
yeah,
what's his name? Paul. Even Paul, look, he's got a Spike from Buffy.
He
about
does
him,
have a Spike,
but just
yeah.
a bald Spike from Buffy.
Yeah, he's got that sort of thing. But I remember going to watch The Offspring and realizing I'm at that age where you're not the kids anymore, because we got into the front and there was me and Chris
Yeah.
and it was a couple. It was fucking Tony Weir was there as well. And we're getting down to the front, for, obviously, because it's the first time, fucking only time I've ever seen them, and it's like it's the fucking Offspring.
Yeah.
We're like, right, fucking, they're like fucking 6 foot away from the band, and I'm looking round. I'm going, okay, there's kids there, and there's the old boys who are like the fucking Nazi punks, fuck off boys. They're like the guys that are around when the fucking Stranglers and the Clash were fucking starting out. And I just looked at Tony and Chris. I'm like, we're with them. We sort of scuttled. I was like, all right, lads, how you doing? It's like the fucking older boys like, we're gonna fucking kill those kids in a minute. Like, right, okay, that's good because we're
we're definitely one of you and not one of them.
Yeah. It's when you start dropping out your stories of like, remember the time that we lost fucking Monty from the Damned in Strand Street and we had to fucking wake Captain Sensible up and things, and they're like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's yeah, it was. You were there actually for the Damned fucking stuff.
I was there for the Damned stuff. You and I were working inverted commas backstage.
Yeah.
Go and get cotton white towels. It's the only thing Captain will use.
Yeah.
How many? 9.
9 of them.
He wants 9 towels.
Sweaty bastard.
What does he want with 9 towels?
Lovely guy, sweaty bastard. Yeah. It's that was fun.
Overdosed on diazepam, if I remember rightly.
He did,
and went to the toilets in the venue, but when they were sound checking, and then I was on my. Paul sent me in to make sure he was okay, and as I was on, you remember the venue? It was a big fucking stretch. All the way I was on my way into the toilets, thinking, well, I'll check A, that he's still alive and not choking on his own vomit or something, and B, that he if he's fine, I'll just make it look like I'm having a piss and then come back out. Yeah. And I was just as I got near the toilets, he walked out, and I just went, "How you doing, Captain? You're all right?" And he just sort of looked at me and did the wobbly hand thing like that.
Get in there.
Yeah, and I went into the toilet and it smelled of puke, and I was like, "The gig hasn't even started yet. Yeah. What's going on?" This is what toilets smell like at the end of the night.
Yeah. Is he dead now?
No, he's fucking well, still going.
Wow.
He had the old. He's gone back to the hotel. He's gone for a nap, but he takes a sleeping tablet. When I say sleeping tablet, I mean diazepam.
It was because he was afraid of flying a little bit.
Yeah.
And he knew he had to fly to the Isle of Man. So rather than just think, I'll just knock a couple of diazepam back, he got pissed and took lots of diazepam.
That sounds like an excuse to me.
Yeah, I was fucking.
He made it.
I was talking to a guy we all know. And he has beta blockers because he's scared of flying and just scared of fucking life in general. But his wife has diazepam, and he picked up the wrong fucking medication one night and was feeling a bit twitchy, so he went, I'll just fucking do a handful, and took 6 diazepam before he was doing a gig. And he was saying the other day that he turned up to the fucking thing, he could feel it fucking kicking in. Said to the guy organising the gig, I'll go on first if that's all right, because I don't think I'll make it to the fucking end of the night. And he said by the time he got to the end of his gig, he couldn't move his fucking hand
to play guitar. Oh wow!
I remember.
I'll tell you when we're done who that was.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna make a note of that because that sounds.
I remember hurting my back quite badly once, and. So I was given pretty strong painkillers, but I'm not the biggest person for drugs at the painkillers at the very best of times.
Yeah. Prescription drugs.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big fan any of them now, really.
Yeah.
But if I've got a headache, I'll wait for the headache to go. I won't have paracetamol. That's that sort of thing.
It's got to get bad for me to do that.
Yeah. And the prescription painkillers I had, I took them when I first hit my back because I was in so much pain. But they gave me loads of the fucking things, and my flatmate at the time was Scottish. And
Hatch.
No. And he sort of like he was a purveyor of the finest anything that would give you a bit of a buzz. And I remember,
was it Danny from fucking Withnail?
No, it was almost
right,
very close.
Right.
He first time I ever snorted ecstasy was with him.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah.
I think I've snorted vodka before with fucking Alan, but
I remember being lying in my bed. And I can't remember what fucking time it was. It must have been late for me to already be in bed. And next thing is this head popped around the door and he had me box of prescription painkillers. I was like, you want these anymore?
You want them, amazing.
So, no, Nick.
Nice one on name dropping that one from
pal.
a Scottish guy to no, Nick, you're all right.
Yeah. Nick may or may not be his real name.
Nick's definitely his real
Nick
name.
is his real name.
And the second funniest thing, that's one of the we lived together for a year and a half. We were in the
Right.
same flat. I can't think of anybody else that I've ever been in such close proximity for such long periods of times, and I'd never had a crossword with the man.
Yeah, I bet you didn't.
Even when I was going to the pub to meet our friends, and because I got in from work first, I had the first shower. So I got out of the shower and I just turned to Nick. So I'm gonna go, mate. I'll see you at the pub. He's like, yeah, sound. So I went, opened the door, shut the door, and then waited in the porch. And then I heard him go into the bathroom, and the bathroom only had a light on the outside.
Right.
So I unscrewed the handle, took the bar out, and turned the light off, and went to the pub. 2.5 later.
Dark rain. Dark, warm rain. No way of escape.
That's not good to do to Danny the drug dealer.
But it was a basement flat. It was a basement flat.
for
There wasn't
fuck's
even
sake.
a window. When you turned the light off in the bathroom, it was
Pitch black.
pure darkness. It was like a
You
dark room.
prick.
And 2.5 hours later, he walked into the prospect going, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, you'll kill me, you love me
I
later.
turned around and said, how did you get out? He said, never fucking mind how I got out.
Lee went home to no door on the bathroom that day.
No. Do you know what the fucking ingenious cunt did? He the night before, or 2 nights before, he had a bath. And while he was having a bath, he had a can of Coke. So he pulled the ring pull off and fashioned a screwdriver out of the can of Coke.
That's Bear Grylls level shit, that.
In the dark.
Yeah, they took the handle off
That's
it.
panic, isn't it?
That is panic.
They took the handle off it, smashed the can down so he could pull the ends off, and folded the can over so he could make something stiff enough to put in and turn the door handle.
Holy shit.
That's impressive.
See,
That's
I
very
think
impressive.
I made him find something in himself he didn't know was there.
Keep telling yourself that. He's resourceful enough. He could have killed you with a fucking slipper.
He's fucking MacGyver, isn't he?
He is MacGyver.
Is that his surname? Because he's Scottish.
No,
Nick
it's not
MacGyver.
Nick MacGyver.
Oh, so funny. Even now, I enjoy being a prick sometimes in the name of funny. But even now, thinking about that, I think if someone did that to me now, I would rip their fucking kidneys out.
Oh, God.
And he was Scottish as well, so naturally he'd have battered me if he wanted.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
He's a black belt in
Would-
Aikido now.
I fucking bet he is.
He would have been relentless as well.
Oh, yeah.
It would
no
not
stopping.
have stopped until there was nothing left.
He came from a really, really rough part of Scotland, and he
Really?
couldn't sleep with that baseball bat next to his bed.
Amazing. What was he in fucking Paisley? Or
East-
something?
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
he in
Paisley.
Paisley, was he?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was going to guess East Kilbride, which is not that far, really. But
Fucking Paisley. A friend of mine came from Paisley.
Another good funny story of his was he was walking home one night and he crossed like train tracks and he went in. There was like a camper, like parked with campers there.
Mm-hmm.
And he said there was some fucking weird noise coming out of the back of this camper. So he sort of went, he said he was off his fucking nut, stuck his head around the window and just opened his eyes like, what am I looking at here? And then walked, just thought, I can't deal with this, and walked away because there was a guy fucking his dog.
Yeah, of course there was.
fair enough.
What part of the island was this in?
What?
What part of the
No,
island?
Scotland.
Oh, right.
Scott
fair enough.
Island.
Scott's Island. Fuck. Not even Scott would fuck a dog.
No.
And he's fucked some dogs in the past, but
See, I'm going to have to edit that out now.
yeah. Could be any Scott, doesn't matter.
What?
Could be any Scott.
Martin's only funny because I take all the shit stuff he says out.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that how this podcast works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Imagine how funny 3 legs, 4 wheels would be if I edited out Paul stuff.
It would be 25% funny, yeah? No, we love Paul. He does all the hard work.
He does do all the hard
Just-
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking...
It's good. You want to watch it as well because it might. It's easy that it could induce a fucking heart attack in the poor bastard. All the hard work.
Well,
Yes.
So
It's not even. That's not meant to be funny. That's a serious public health fucking.
the
announcement.
like a whole day editing a podcast. Like last week.
we did a podcast the other day, and we had a guest on the show, but he was Skyping us from California.
Okay, yep.
Turns out American internet is fucking whack.
No, it's fine. It's wank if you're sat in fucking your closet because that's the best sound.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right. Oh, so he's a bit
He sat in his
quiet.
clothes closet and put like jackets around it
Yeah.
for the
Right.
best sound.
Okay.
But because he was like recording his own file, which he then sent over. So all the dropouts, the listeners didn't hear.
Right. Okay.
But
yeah,
we
yeah.
had to deal with for like 10 seconds of
I-
silence every now
Right,
and
okay.
again.
I
I
reckon-
guess what he was saying.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I reckon we heard 2 words from every 20.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad
Yeah.
ratio.
And,
And Paul did some fucking
Yeah,
Genius
sterling
editing on
editing.
No,
that.
it was
Absolutely.
fucking ridiculous. He sent a picture of the whole file of the thing, and it was it looked like a dance track. It was just unreal. Like I said to the lads, if that was one of our podcasts, there'd have been a Twitter message put up saying sorry, file got corrupted.
Yeah.
I've,
happening this week.
You will have seen that thing before, Martin, talking about dance music. The Martin Garrix thing, where his first 4 singles.
Yeah. You line them all up.
line them all up, and
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
make a song. Now, is that on purpose,
I think it's just a lack of.
or is it a lack of creativity in that all of his songs are the same BPM,
Yeah.
the same
No, it's
the
absolute-
same formula, and also like the same key, all of them.
the same BPM, the same key. I get because it's so I've done over the years to sort of fucking think about how old we are. I did when I started learning how to mix and things. I used vinyl because CD decks were available, but they were fucking expensive, so you just didn't bother with them. So I learned with that, and that you've got to have the fucking ear for the key.
Yeah,
And things because you're manually fucking thinking it. But when you get something like Martin Garrix or fucking God rest his soul, Avicii or whatever, they are using like controllers and things. So you've got sync buttons so you can automatically put through and you can see on the computer screen, this is in this key. So you could match the key and the fucking BPM, no problem at all, if you want to mix songs. So if you're a dance producer and you're doing a gig,
you want
naturally
to mix your singles together.
you mix your singles together. It's a fucking damn sight easier to do it if you just do it all in the same fucking thing. Because you can turn up coked off your fucking tits and whatever, and just go play, done, job done, and even hit the sync button on the off chance that you hit the second play slightly out of time with the first play.
Yeah,
It doesn't fucking matter at all. So that doesn't surprise me in the slightest that do that. But again, I guess it's down to a formula. So if you have a couple of singles that are fucking massive.
and he did.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to mess with that formula because one, you've got the record label going, do another one of them. So you go, okay, fuck it, there. It's exactly the same as it was, but there's a slightly different tune.
Yeah, so that's the thing, though, isn't it? Is it are people being duped into like buying the same thing?
Yeah, oh no, totally, yeah. But it's
It's a fine line, though, isn't it? It's a fine line between releasing the same thing over and over again. But
it's whether you care about what you're releasing or whether you care about the fact that when you release it, you've just got an extra $100,000.
but there's a fine line
That's
between
the
that and
thing,
having a
isn't it? Yeah.
sound.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's,
it's
uh,
not.
I hear on the radio today something like producers want records to sell,
Yeah.
artists just want to make the record.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the difference in it, and that's where you get like you don't get the big 3 or 4. Well, it's not even big, really, is it? 3 or 4 album deals anymore. You get singles, or you get signed up for a single because the
or
labels.
a period of time.
Yeah, because the labels don't want you to. They don't want to commit to that long in case if you fuck the second album, you're in then for the long haul.
Yeah, for another 2
I
years.
think,
Yeah,
I think
they're
the
not
other thing
interested.
is you've got there's the idea of the big deal
It's gone.
but it's always that carrot, and they want to. I think the labels want to keep a certain number of artists in that fucking premiere. These guys are making like
Oh, no, they
X
absolutely
amount
do.
million
Yeah,
a
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Because realistically, any one of us at this table, if someone could turn around and say, like, you can do this, like you can do this for a living if you want for $5,000 less than what you're earning now.
Yeah.
We would all
Yeah.
fucking jump at it.
Yeah, and you
Do
could
you know
do
what I
it.
mean? You would sacrifice that.
Yeah.
And I think there's my issue with music, and I think I've said this to you loads of times, is I don't think it's worth what some people think it's worth.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think people have this stake put on, like, oh, it's, they want that rock and roll lifestyle. They
that
want
doesn't exist anymore. Your
Yeah.
new thing is it's like you being a painter and decorator.
Yeah.
But it's the difference here. Well, I suppose the slight difference is that if you approach paint and decorate and say, right, you need 500 customers regularly to make a living, then you go, oh, fuck it, I'm not being a painter and decorator. Then that's crazy. Having 500 customers all the fuck every month is insane.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what you need if you're going to do the music. So it's the thing of putting the effort in to say you need 500 fans that are going to buy anything
Everything
you put
do,
out.
yeah.
And that will fucking tide you over for things.
Yeah.
Because if you look at you get
Podcasts are a fucking prime example of this when you look at Patreon.
you look
But-
at how much things cost.
Yeah.
You look at, like, if you were to get fucking like a CD pressed,
Mm.
where you get 500 CDs pressed, you could get it pressed at just over £1 a disc. If you're doing that on an album, you sell the CD for £8 an album. What other industry could you make a £7 fucking markup on?
Yeah.
Like, and in percentage wise, it's insane. You'd think it was easy money.
Mm.
So you look at that, but it's putting the effort or whatever it would be into getting that many people where you could sell 500 fucking CDs and then go, we need to repress. Maybe it's every other month you need to repress.
I think that's the other problem as well, is it's okay finding a. They reckon that you can make a band can make a living out of 1,000 fans, don't they? In a city.
Yeah, I don't see why
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
But that's got to be gigging and it's got to be recording regularly and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
once you've sold that album, to that, let's say you've got to sell
sold
500.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say you have got those 1,000 dedicated fans.
Mm-hmm.
Once you've sold that 500 that month and then the 500 the other month, then you need to do something else because month 3 is going to come round and you're not selling those albums again.
Yeah. But I think that's where. But when gigs, like, I really don't think if you went into a band, if you went to set up a band to go, we're going to make a good bit of cash, like it's going to be a good fucking part-time job. Over here, I really don't think it's that difficult. There's 85,000 people over here. You go, we need 1,000 people. That's not a big percentage of the general population. You go, if we could play the fucking Royal Hall twice in a year at £20 a ticket, that's not a big ask. If you think Weller came over and it was £75 a ticket.
Yeah, Brian Wilson, some like 10 years ago, was £60 a ticket.
Yeah, so it's that. I'm amazed he's still alive. Just as a side note, I really thought that was the last time I was ever going to fucking see him.
Was that when was he over?
July 2007. I
Thank
think
you
it
for
was.
reminding me of that.
I
was
saw
shit faced on cider that night. So.
I saw
we
in
worked backstage on
Glastonbury.
that as well.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I saw a Glastonbury in 2008.
Yeah.
And
Right,
he was
yeah.
wheeled on stage.
You didn't know he was wheeled. He was damn near wheeled. I played chicken with him on a staircase, which I still feel a little bit bad about because I don't think he realised we were playing it.
Wouldn't this be nice, you cunt?
Yeah. But it was a fucking good after party, that.
That was funny.
That was a proper...
Oh shit, I just remembered what we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
We totally didn't break into the secret bar at the hotel,
Fucking
listen to the
destroyed the
band,
Sefton. Yeah.
listen to the band, order drinks under a room name, and then continue to order drinks under
Under
that
the
room name.
And then I went back
Definitely didn't do that.
I went back to the room name and woke up the next day with not that any. This is typical me. Nothing happened, but I still woke up with 2 half-naked ladies and the fucking like keyboard player or percussion player or something from the band. Nothing happened.
Was that the
at all.
guy who hated the rest of the band that we
was
were talking to for a while?
The really like Latino guy.
No, not the guy
No,
I'm thinking of.
the guy who's like Angel out of Dexter.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, typical me. Fucking nothing happened at all. But I woke up with that rock and roll thing of like, there's 2 half-naked women and the fucking percussion guy from Brian Wilson's band. In the
I remember when
Was it a balcony room?
It was a balcony
Yes.
room.
Yes, Martin.
I remember you coming away with Uber Room that time with my old band.
There's no need to bring that story up.
No, we don't.
Yeah, there is. I've not heard this yet.
There's a few stories. It's good, but let's say that Martin had a really, really good night
Allergic
on
reaction.
the first night.
Yeah.
To what?
I had an allergic reaction to a really good night on the first night.
Oh, right, got you.
And but it was that good a night that we were there for 3 days,
Yeah.
and he spent the next 2 days in his hotel room.
Yeah. Bollocks.
Oh dear, Martin. Oh dear.
And this isn't like...
which led to that's right. But the best thing was we turned up at this hotel, yeah. So it's a load of us there, and we just wanted hotel rooms. Me and Martin were sharing a room.
Yeah.
The other two lads that were getting other rooms with us, there was Jeff and Danny. Jeff, Danny, and Brian were sharing a room.
Okay.
And then
That's
Scott,
the worst room to be in.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
no, it wasn't actually. It wasn't.
Poor Brian.
No, it was our room.
Our room.
Our room was the worst room to be in. But they snatched the keys off. He said, "Oh, it's going to be a while getting your room ready." And so, oh, fucking hell. So they're laughing at us going up the stairs. We eventually get our key. We walk up the stairs, look in a room across the road, which is where they were.
Yeah.
I walked in that room. I had to climb over one of the beds to get in the middle of
It
the
was
room.
this room was a 3-bedroom.
Yeah. It was crazy. This room we're recording in now,
Yeah.
but with 3 single beds in it that went wall to wall, and this corner in the there
bathroom.
had a shower in it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. It was fucking.
It's kind of like where I stayed when I went to stay in London and couldn't believe why it was £40 a night in the centre of London.
There you go.
So me and Martin.
Our fucking room.
Our heart sunk when we saw this room.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we gonna get?
What are you
So
thinking?
we opened the door. I thought, oh, this is fucking weird, because we opened the door to find a corridor.
What?
So
On the other side?
Yeah, on the other side of the door.
What, so you went in the wrong door or what?
so we walked.
So you were sleeping in a corridor that just happened to have doors?
No. We walked halfway down this corridor to find our marble bathroom,
Yeah.
which was to the side. The marble bathroom was bigger than their room,
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, that was just yours.
Then we
Yeah,
went.
yeah.
Then we went into the thing, and the room sort of opened up to where the TV area was,
Yeah.
and the couches,
Right.
and stuff like that. Then I was caught slightly off guard when I saw the mezzanine level that was there.
Okay.
I still
And
don't
then-
know why that was there.
Then we walked around the corner to find our sunken bed into the floor, which was a king-size sunken bed.
Sexy.
That was set it.
Did you get the honeymoon suite?
It was.
I think-
I
and
think
like
we did.
you accidentally walked in the groomsman room.
And then we went. Up
Do you know, like where the security would sleep? Like if fucking Beyonce and Jay-Z were in there.
Get in there and we're in here.
Yeah, security in that room. Beyonce and Jay-Z in this fucking...
that room was fucking ruined though. There was squirty cream everywhere.
Oh dear.
I don't know where that came from.
No.
The only-
Steph Gomar.
Gomar was there.
Yeah.
The only 2 things I remember about that night was one of them. Well, actually, they were both after we got back here. Was Steph saying, "Do you remember us like fucking basically WWEing off the fucking
Off the
onto
mezzanine level.
bed?"
Yeah. She dropped an elbow on me.
Yeah. I remember that.
Macho Man style.
Yeah, but it was like
Oh, yeah,
18. It was I was lying on the bed, and Jeff was the singer of my old band was sat on the floor like cross-legged, and we were just talking about stuff. Then the next thing is, I heard this voice go, "Lee," and Steph had climbed over the mezzanine level and was going down. Go, "Will you catch me?" I'm like, "No." And then
She went, "Fuck it!" Dived off the bastard.
Did she tap her elbow twice before she jumped?
No, she didn't.
Not even any warning.
Yeah.
like that. No.
But
I'd at least have had the decency to just double tap on the elbow and then jump.
Not at that time of night.
the
There was no decency involved in it.
the
But
next
then-
night,
Oh, yeah, go on.
I was playing in was it
You were playing Academy
Academy 2?
2, was
Yeah.
it?
Manchester.
No,
No,
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to this is like 4:00 in the morning at this point. It's a good innings.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
anyone's
Oh, no,
stretch
we've
of
done a good
imagination.
night out, yeah.
So I'm trying to get to sleep. Martin is still full of happy juice somehow. Still wide awake.
You don't know how.
No idea.
No.
And so we're sat there in our sunken bed. And Martin's
Bear
like,
in mind, it's the year the Olympics are on from a country that's not our time zone, so they're on at 4 in the morning.
Oh, probably was it Australian? Was it?
That sounds good.
Yeah, 2004ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, Lee, you watching this? No, I'm not, Martin. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Lee,
Yeah.
where's the remote? Lee, when you press this button, it changes something on the screen.
Oh no!
Then again, but he kept losing the remote. He's like, have you seen the remote? I can't find the remote. Have you seen the remote? I said, Martin, if I find the remote, I'm going to fucking kill you with it.
Yeah. Do you know what? To be fair, that's the only time, of the whole time we've ever known each other, when there's been a sore word crossed where I thought, he will actually kill me with the remote.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But so, gig happens. Blah,
Yep.
blah, that's gone.
I made it to the academy. It was just when you were there to drop the gear off, and then I went back to the hotel and went, I'm not
you might
fucking
have saw
coming.
a sound check.
I think I saw your sound check, yeah.
A sound check.
Yeah.
Then he went back to the hotel. So anyway, we did the gig, had another night out. That was all fun. So we were then in a different room. So there was a couple of girls with us, and we convinced one of them, like, fucking, if you strip off, we'll go in. You strip off, we'll strip Martin. You just fall asleep there, and then in the morning.
Oh, I like this. We're going to fucking set Martin up for a potential rape.
That
Isn't this Friends?
no, not really. I'm a bit confused
Go
by
on.
this.
The thing is, Martin is sobered up by this point.
No, nobody said the R word. What we were going to do
You don't have to say it. Ask Harvey Weinstein.
No, what we were going to do was she was going to tell Martin they had sex. Then she was going to tell him that she's not on the pill. That was the joke.
I'll be honest, they thought Martin wouldn't have second guessed that he was going to throw her down a staircase.
Not going to fucking lie. I think I might have been the mastermind of this one.
It sounds like a very Lee type prank, doesn't it? That's not a Beetle prank.
So we tried to
No,
sneak in.
no, God, no.
Little does Martin know, everyone else is in on it.
we tried to sneak into his room because we were going to strip Martin off, and then because she wanted to go to sleep anyway.
Yeah.
So I remember us getting close to Martin's bed, and then all you heard, he didn't move a muscle. But turned around and said, "Let me warn you, whatever touches me gets fucked."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you just talk about those crossed words. That's another right there. Yeah. That's one of them, isn't it? Where you just like, oh, all right then, I'll just back off. Just got to pretend it's not me.
I'd sobered up. The thing was, I could hear you laughing on the other side of the fucking door. So I'm like, they're going to do, they think I'm asleep and they're going to do something. And you can hear the doors open, you're crawling into the thing. And I'm like, there's only one way I'm getting rid of them here. So I'm still a bit tired. I'm not hungover anymore, but You've had
annoyed.
a rough couple of days. Not annoyed even, just you've had a rough couple of days. Let's fuck with them.
I remember
I still stand by it. I'd use that line again.
I've used the line before. I've used on more than one occasion. I've used sex as a weapon. I will use that as a weapon.
Well, use it again.
It's a Them Crooked Vultures lyric, isn't it?
Is it?
If sex is a weapon, then crash, boom, pow. How'd you like me now?
Nice. Nice. I still like, one of my favourite threats is still the one from our dear friend, the contract killer, who told the security guard, "I've killed a lot nicer people for less."
Yes.
After-
That's the best line anyone's ever said.
After the security...
Oh, our dear
Crim.
friend, the contract killer.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that
know.
one.
Yeah, sorry, I just remembered who you mean. Yeah.
After the security
I've
guard
killed
at a
nicer people
festival
than you.
tried stopping him coming backstage with a pint in a glass, and he was playing, and he just looked at me and was like, "I've killed far nicer people for less." Flashed him the tattoo. He was like, "Oh shit, okay."
And yeah, you're not going to argue with that, are you?
No,
Once
fuck
you've seen
no.
that, yeah. No.
I'd still argue with it, but I know because he's a lovable rogue.
Wouldn't. I'll say yes. This is being recorded. Yeah, so, but you know, I can see why you stayed in your hotel for like 2 days afterwards, because the worst thing you can do, possibly, and I'm sure we've all done this before, is gone out somewhere, had an amazing night, gone back to your hotel room, passed out, thought, oh, it's 3 a.m,
Yeah.
and then you're getting woken up. Time to check out.
Yeah.
Do you know?
You need to leave. Time to check out. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you are having a laugh.
I think in that case,
Worst hangover, and you got to go out into the city.
yeah, I'd what? Oh, it was Matthew Street Festival time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd love it if I'd had chance to go to sleep. Unfortunately, the excitement of the night meant I couldn't sleep. So I was awake for a day and a half, and we went to some fucking bar, and I just went and started.
Was it the Swan? Because the Swan does that to me.
No, I don't know what it was. It was what was that weird fucking? We went into a pool room, and there was like neon lights. It was fucking horrible. Anyway,
Is this that trip?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no recollection of this.
Right after we'd walked
The
through,
whole trip.
No, just
No,
that bit.
just this moment.
So we'd left the place we were because obviously fucking Billy had booked the trip, so we weren't staying in the same place all the fucking
Was
time.
it the night we stayed in the amazing room?
Yeah, after
Yeah,
the day after.
The
we
actual
walked
night we
through-
went out that night.
Oh, that night.
I have no recollection of
No,
that.
but we did a I remember us doing an underground bar that night.
Yeah.
But the day after, we left the place we were staying in, because we had to go to another hotel.
Yeah.
And we walked past it because it was Matthew Street. There was like a tribute band thing on, and some weird choices of tribute acts, like a fucking Gomez tribute act. And
Yeah.
Was it
that.
not just Gomez?
it could have well
Could
just
have
been
been.
Gomez, yeah.
That's the most surreal thing. Because remember that we had to
That was
get
weird.
the lift. We got a lift down from the. It was like an outside lift to get to like the second second level of the city sort of thing.
Yeah.
And as there was no as we went outside, like various things happened in the lift when we were there, and it was the closest thing I've got to an Alice Through the Looking Glass at the moment because I was pretty good walking in that lift.
Yeah.
I was on a different fucking planet walking out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them special lifts.
Mm.
Yeah, it literally takes you to another place.
Yeah.
But when we got to the new hotel, it was a typical fucking, you boys have definitely booked this, because there were 12 of us, and they go, there's only 6 rooms booked. Or fucking 4 rooms or something.
Yeah.
It was basically where it was like, we're going to have to smuggle a couple of people in. And the fucking beautiful thing was, I was so bollocksed from the night before, everyone just turned around and goes, he needs a bed. So whatever happens, he gets the first fucking room.
I hope.
Well, see, that's good camaraderie right there.
It
Isn't
was
it? They
fucking
all
great,
were just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hang on, Martin's fucked.
I hope I
And
haven't.
this wasn't like a couple of years ago where it's like we haven't drank as much as we used to. It was kind of what I would call the heyday of abuse. So it's like, okay, if he's bollocksed, it's really gone heavy.
Yeah.
I hope I haven't already told this story on the podcast before, but it was fucking great.
Tell it away. I'm going for a toilet trip again.
But for the listeners, there was 2 members of our band. There was a guy called Brian, which is a keyboard player, a guy called Jeff, which is a singer. And as Martin was just saying about doing the rooms wrong, we had to smuggle Brian into the room so he wasn't on the list of people. So there was a fire went on, a fire alarm. So we
did
all
you
to get out.
choreograph that?
Oh no! But we ought to get out of the rooms. So we stood there. Brian's a very nervous person, so he's like, "Well, what am I going to do? They're asking names, going back in. They're not going to let me in. What am I going to do? I'm not going to have anyone sleep tonight." Jeff's just like, "Oh, just calm down. We'll just say you were a guest.
You're Jeff Murphy.
Yeah, we'll just say you're a guest."
Stand in front of Jeff and tell him that your name's Jeff.
That's what we did.
No way.
Yeah, I walked in. Lee Stevens looked behind me. Brian was there, and Jeff was behind Brian. And Brian looked at the guy square in the face, looked at Jeff, said, "Jeff Murphy," and walked in. Jeff's like, "I was just with them. I'm going home soon. I'm just with them." But it was fucking beautiful. It was
Did
so
Jeff
funny.
get back into the
slapped
hotel?
him so hard round the back of the head?
Brilliant, though. That's amazing. Yeah, they're quick thinking.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
It's good.
That is pretty good.
There was some awful good fun trips with Uber, and it was good.
Going back to the Gomez thing and a Gomez tribute band, just thinking then I've seen Gomez live and I couldn't remember exactly where I'd seen them.
Do you know what? In the court of law, a rhythm and blues alibi would be fucking useless.
Oh yeah, it'd be terrible.
You're going down for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah. Also, whipping Piccadilly, that's not going to do anything. But
like walking in the fucking daylight. Jesus Christ.
But just talking about we were talking about Gomez before. It got my mind working because I'd seen them live
I
somewhere
only
before.
yeah.
I think they might have supported Pearl Jam when I watched Pearl Jam in Manchester in 2009.
Fucking hell, that was a high point for Gomez, wasn't
Christ.
it?
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
they remember that one.
Yeah,
They're on tour at the moment. Gomez are.
Yeah, they played Whipping Piccadilly like second to last, and it was one of the only songs I really remembered by them.
Right.
But
The only one I can think
Yeah.
of is Rhythm and Blues Alibi.
Right. Whipping Piccadilly's the only I can remember because the guy's on the escalator in the video.
yeah,
But yeah, they played the Royal Albert Hall the other night.
Gomez.
A friend went to watch them, yeah. And I saw the Instagram.
are they still the same band? Or are they one of these bands that just sort of constantly changes their lineup but keeps the same name because like
I
the
think-
guitarist is still in it?
No, I think they're the same one.
Not like those, those bands that Paul goes to watch.
Yeah.
And claims he's been to watch a gig.
fucking Tiger
Got like a
Tails or
cousin.
whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah,
That'd be like sticking me in George Russell's car.
yeah, we'll be.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I wouldn't get out.
No, you
Even
wouldn't,
if you could get me, like, I'd need to be lubed in
lubed in.
because he was a svelte man.
Fucking fire brigade cut
Your
you out of it.
arm, George Russell's torso.
Yeah,
Maybe not one arm, but certainly maybe.
an arm and half a tit.
Tell you what, easy an arm and a thigh.
Yeah,
Easy
He's
an
a-
arm and a
He's a
thigh.
slender guy. Isn't he?
Slender Man.
Yeah. Oh Christ,
So
that's coming out soon. Isn't it?
I want to do that for Halloween because I think it would be amazing.
Yeah.
I've already worked out how I'd do it as well.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, like stilts and one of those white
Would you
all
need much
body
more?
suits.
Stilts.
You got to have like long,
Stilts is
longer,
going wrong though if you're going out.
decorated stilts.
Yeah, but if you're going out, they're plasterers stilts.
Plasterers stilts.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'd just stick a set of platforms on you. Give yourself an extra 5 or 6 inches.
No,
and you'd
because
be...
Slender Man's supposed to be fucking way up there, isn't he?
Yeah, but if you're abnormally taller than normal people, if you hit 7 foot, what
Yeah.
are you? 6'3", 6'4"?
6'4", yeah.
6'4".
Yeah, so I need about another 7 inches.
I reckon if you knocked yourself to 7 foot, that's enough for people to go, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Slender Man.
hey boy.
But
Yeah.
my thing would be I probably wouldn't be out drinking because I'd have to have the white face. So I'd just go out and I'd stand in the corner of bars,
Nice.
dead quiet and silent.
Yeah.
And
It's
then-
enough time, though, to work out
Because
how to get the drink
How's
in
this
you.
different to what you usually do?
Well, yeah, it's a good argument actually. But no, for stand there, it's just stand in the corner, dead quiet and silent. And some
Yeah, yeah.
people don't recognise, but they then look back at their pictures of the night out.
Yeah. Oh, I like what you're doing here.
Imagine if you could work out a costume which made you really look like a lamp, like a standard lamp.
Yeah.
So if you just had like enough of a black thing on with,
Yeah.
with like a print on you,
Yeah.
so you could go into like
Oh, I see, like a dark
places
fucking place.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
just stand in the corner.
Yeah. Are you trying to tell me that that's actually Paul?
Yes,
He's just there.
Paul lives in this room.
Yes.
We just had to borrow it for this podcast.
He's a fish. He's a
Oh,
fish.
is he in the fucking
Yeah.
pocket? Yeah.
It's like the opposite of being freeze dried. You have to subtract water, and he turned into Paul.
Oh, fair enough.
When you hear him vaping on the other podcast, that's him keeping himself afloat.
Oh, does he vape on the podcast?
Sounds like a
does
human fucking kettle. They're just bubbling away.
Jesus. What a motherfucker.
Well, yeah, vaping's gotten it was something sort of considered quite like you vape, but now so many people do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I see. I do like a sheesh. You know, like
A
you know,
shisha,
go to a
yeah,
circle.
yeah,
I've smoked.
I've done
Yeah.
one of those in. There's actually a shisha lounge in Dallas that I went to. A friend of mine in America took
Yeah.
me to this
have
shisha
you gone
lounge.
there, yeah?
Yeah, I went to America. I looked into moving there for a while,
You
but
did,
it's
yeah.
very difficult to go.
Yeah.
Unless you've got like a job and somewhere to live already, they'd
Yeah.
like to let you in. Probably more so with the current president. But yeah, it was a shisha lounge, and you know, it was 4 of us and some hot coals and some various flavored tobacco. I was like, well, I don't really smoke, but I'll give it.
I'll give it a go.
It's not really like smoking at
It's
all.
not like smoking. It
No,
doesn't
it's
hurt your
quite
chest.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
quite cool and refreshing. It's like this is quite nice actually. I quite enjoy. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being in the shisha lounge. It was nice.
As soon as you take it slow, because if you can definitely give yourself a bit of a headache quickly if you don't. If you don't
'cause
smoke
you've
all
got
the time.
your own,
You go
you've got
fucking
your own
mad.
pipe, haven't you? That
Yeah.
sort of goes
Yeah.
to the central sort of don't know what it's called, burner thing. But you
Fucking
can't
smoke repository.
Yeah, but you can't all cane it at the same time either.
Yeah.
Because then you just burn
Well,
it.
it's very communal. You know, I think anything like that sort of pot, cocaine, anything communal, it brings a
Well,
group
I
together.
don't know about cocaine, Lee. I'm not sure that's a.
Anything that can make 5 men go into the same cubicle in a toilet is communal.
Cock. Cock.
George Michael. Yeah.
Communal cock.
Apparently, the American police outfit makes men do that.
What?
Really? Just the American?
Couldn't to Martin last week. Good as Prince.
Prince. So you just walk into a cubicle, go on Spotify, and just start blasting Purple
This
Rain.
is the second podcast where we've talked about George Michael.
Right, fair dues. You have to understand here, I have no recollection.
Genius was used,
Right.
the word.
Oh, yeah, no, I was appreciative of the old George last week.
Well, you do enjoy a cottage.
Or two. No, because I've got that thing where we do this podcast on Friday, and by Monday, I can't remember what the fuck we've talked about. And then I get tweets coming and going, ha, 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 blah, blah, blah.
You guys are hilarious.
I haven't got a fucking clue. And people like quote or reference something we spoke about. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I'm glad you
what
enjoyed
you're
it.
talking about.
No recollection.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That sounds like something we might have talked about, but I'm terrible for it. I should listen back, maybe. Or make notes.
Make notes and then read them later because they'll make no sense, which is even better.
Yeah. I mean, they'll make no sense anyway because most of the shit Lee comes up with, like, there's pyramids on the moon, so I'll make a note, pyramid on the moon, and it'll come
Never
back
said
later.
there's pyramids on the moon. Never, ever said there was
Yeah, you
pyramids on the
haven't. I
moon.
bet there fucking is, though.
Is there pyramids on the
I
moon?
bet you
Don't
believe
think
there
so.
is.
Well, why is Dark Side of the Moon got a pyramid on it?
There you
And the sunlight becomes rainbow at the other end of the prism.
go. Yeah. Because there's a fucking pyramid on the moon. And
I don't think anyone's been to the moon.
when there's a lunar
let alone
eclipse,
pyramids.
no aliens have. When there's a lunar eclipse, the pyramids line up.
Nazis live behind the moon, don't they?
Yes. What film was that?
Is that Dead something?
Was it Dead? It wasn't Dead Snow, was it?
Dead Snow, that's
Was it Dead Snow?
Yeah, Dead
Yeah.
Snow. Yeah, zombie
another-
Nazis.
there's another
from
one
the-
as well,
On the
isn't there?
moon.
Yeah.
There's another one, Iron
Iron
Sky.
That's the one where they travel back in time or travel forward in
Oh,
time.
yeah, there's a couple of them. I was really upset about
Nazi
that because
zombies.
I didn't expect it to be a docudrama, but I
Hold
thought
on.
like I wanted a serious film, like an action film.
About Nazi
didn't-
zombies.
I know about Nazis on the moon.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a serious film about that. It's too
Did anyone
ridiculous.
see that film that was supposed to be taken quite serious, like Hitler travelled through time and woke up in like modern day Germany?
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And they don't believe it's him, but
yeah.
yeah.
But they're
it's
like, oh, this guy
fucking
does an
brilliant.
amazing Hitler impression. It's just
Yeah.
like, no, it is actually him from
Yeah.
like the past. And he decides not spoiler alert. He decides by the end of the film he's going to start writing speeches, and he gets some followers. It's like, oh shit,
It's happening again.
yeah,
It's
pretty much.
fucking brilliant, though.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah,
And the thing where the dogs bark and they think, oh, it's just this guy trying to be Hitler, isn't it so funny? And he turns around and shoots the fucking dog. They're like, well, there was no need for that. And it's like, that's just freaking suggested, baby.
yeah.
Do you know what would be crazy? Imagine you went back in time and you met Hitler. Could you imagine the crazy thoughts that would go through your head if he was dead nice?
No, but that's
So you bumped into and he was just really nice
Yeah,
to
just
you.
like-
But
yeah,
that's-
just like you just happen to be in a corridor in a fucking
Yeah,
eagle's
yeah.
nest or something.
Yeah.
Why am I here? And then
Yeah.
fucking Al taps you on the shoulder and he's like, it's 1942.
Yeah.
Hitler's about to come.
So he says there's a 70% chance.
Yeah.
You're going to make friends with Adolf Hitler.
Yeah,
How
you've
often
got
is
to
Quantum
convince
Leap
Hitler
referred to
not
on
to
this show?
invade
Yeah.
Britain.
Fuck that, he's charming. He's a lovely guy.
Quantum Leap's awesome.
Quantum Leap was fucking brilliant, but like literally every other show we end up talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we do, don't we? Fuck. It's not even something that plays on my mind, but it's just in my subconscious.
You just
It's
want to
still-
smack him one, wouldn't you, if you saw Hitler?
It's still the best fucking thing I've ever said to somebody. I can't even remember now. I remember telling you the story, but it was it was papering. I was doing some papering, and someone got. I turned around to the lad that was with us and said, "Will you fucking watch me do this? Like, because you're gonna have to learn to do it." He said, "I don't really want to learn how to paper hang." To which I replied, I said, "You've got to learn how to paper hang, or else I'm never gonna fucking leap."
That's brilliant. You got to teach him how to paper hang. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of wallpapering. I'm a fan of the end result, but everything from let's start wallpapering to it's finished. It's fucking bullshit.
That's why we've got him.
It's one of my favourite parts of my job.
Yeah.
I don't like
Lining up
wallpapering.
wallpaper.
I'm gonna make a toilet break as well.
Okie dokie.
God damn these beers.
Nope.
Um,
If you were on your way back, Flood, if you were to get 2 more beers out of the fridge, I wouldn't think you were overstepping the boundaries.
yeah, it's funny how Quantum Leap keeps coming back up. Because it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed that they haven't looked into any remakes.
I'm amazed Netflix haven't, because it seems to be...
It's a Netflix thing, isn't it?
Because that's the thing now as well. Because we've got rid of the serial thing where it's a different episode every time. You could just have one fucking killer season.
Oh, you mean do one... Okay. No, that would work.
Oh, yeah, you could even have multiple leaps within that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'd still do it.
Kind
of classic thing, but there'd be a running story throughout it where it's focused more on where he came from.
Yeah.
And what was going on at the time, like in kind of real time. Wait until I fucking dominate the TV world, and then I'll get onto Netflix about a Quantum Leap remake. He did this weird slapstick comedy thing. Now he's going to tackle Quantum Leap. What the fuck? I love a double swig.
I'm happy that these lights aren't hitting my eyes.
No, they're very well. I mean, that must be fucking bright without that umbrella on.
Yeah, well, I had the two. I don't think that you can see them on the cameras, but there's one with a black umbrella over there, and there's one with a white umbrella on the other side of the room.
Sorry,
but with
scope only hits.
with fucking with the two white lights on, I walked in. I had an instant headache when I set them up.
Oh, really? Because I saw it as, so this is the Beta Machine Live. They use like those, like what they're giant versions, and they look fucking amazing. They've got gold innards on them.
Well, no, they're silver reflector ones, aren't they? That's got a reflector on the back of it.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Get another load of those. They look the tits live.
Yeah, they look like a big jellyfish.
Yeah.
This is good radio.
Isn't it just?
It is like walking into daylight when you come back.
We're saying the Beta Machine, Matt McJunkins from fucking A Perfect Circle, his band.
Yeah.
They use the fucking umbrellas live as stage sets.
Oh, fair enough.
But they have like metallic insides, so that
Like projectors.
That's metallic on the inside.
Yeah, I saw that
spin it
before.
round.
Yeah.
Speaking of
You'll
music
blind
and
the
stuff,
viewers if you take one of these shelter things off.
I know. I think.
Have we gone back to music?
Well, Men in Black.
Well, I was just going to say, what are you doing with your album? How's that going?
It's a 6-track EP.
Amazing.
I don't think, going back to what we were talking about before,
Yeah.
and not to stay on it for too long.
Go for it. Stay on it. Fuck
But
it.
the
In
medium,
fact, if you want to play out with one of your songs,
it's not won't be ready to
No,
go.
no, but
one of
like
my
one of the
older
old
songs
ones
if you
if you
want
want.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? But the
I really like Machines.
you can play it with that if you want. Yeah,
Can I download it, or do you need to send it to me?
you can do either.
Good.
It's on YouTube if you want to rip it off YouTube.
Oh, I can do
There's
that.
a video for that on there.
Yeah.
But I don't think unless you're an established artist these days, like music art, I don't think an album is something you can just go ahead and put out and just be like, I think it's quite arrogant almost to expect the way that, people listen to music on, not having a physical
song
medium.
by song thing.
Yeah, not having a physical medium. And even if you did release an album 15, 20 years ago,
Yeah.
we were talking about the Chili Peppers before we started recording.
Yeah, we did.
And somebody who may or may not have had something to do with them. But you might look at the Californication album.
Yeah.
People don't go through them. Very rarely do they listen to the whole album.
No, listen
I
to
like
singles.
that song. I like that
Yeah.
one and that one.
Do you think that
I'll
was-
listen to the last couple of tracks.
As in now.
Yeah, as in like
Yeah.
now. That's how things work now.
Yeah.
So I don't think if you're already established, like the Chili Peppers have been for years.
Yeah.
Someone like Madonna.
Yeah. You can
Oh,
bang an album.
albums are buffets now. That's all albums
Yeah,
are.
albums. Yeah, and you select what you want.
Yeah.
But I think if you're not an established artist, I don't think you can be arrogant to
No,
just
you-
put out an album and be like, people will listen to this.
No, you've got to gauge how many fans you have.
Yeah.
It's like what we were saying before we were recording again.
Well, how many you think you can gain?
Yeah, the whole thing about doing the double album when you've got no fucking fan base is pure fucking ego.
Yeah, absolutely.
And go,
yeah.
what makes you think someone's going to listen to, 24 fucking songs?
Yeah.
in order
Yeah.
is fucking bullshit.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I'm a big fan of like doing like a 6-track EP. Is
Yeah, which
fucking
is what
brilliant.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start
Well, that's
doing
what
from now.
I think we're 5 or 6 or something that we're doing at the moment. But it's that idea that it's like, well,
But then you can put them out more frequently as well.
you can do
rather
that.
than waiting 2 years between
Yeah.
an album.
and you
know?
could do for fucking music videos or something.
yeah,
Create
absolutely.
a bit more content for
Yeah.
it, so you can push it a bit more. And then once you get the fan base in, and let's say you manage to go through, I don't know, fucking 100, 200 sales or
Yeah.
something of the 6-tracker, then go, okay, well maybe there's 100 people there that we could, after 200, maybe half of them would buy something else. Like underplaying it maybe a little bit.
That's it, or at least they might start streaming something else and get a little bit interested. You know,
'Cause that's the thing. I mean, or you see like, or you look at clowns, or like look at your page, or look at our page. Or like we have, I don't know, maybe like 600 likes or something on Facebook. It's
nowhere
fuck all.
near that.
It's fuck all. But like in like stage, it's fuck all on social media. There's nothing, like there's a really small number. But you go, well, if we sold fucking everyone who liked the page
Yeah,
an album, we'd have £6,000 around.
Yeah.
yeah. If you did a
And it's
£10
like,
album,
never fucking
yeah.
happening.
No, never.
Yeah.
You know.
No, because
They're never going to fucking buy it.
No, and if what they can do is sign up to a streaming service, or
Yeah.
head over to YouTube where someone's ripped it up.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, they'll go and listen to it there.
yeah, and
But
put
then
it
I-
already.
Yeah, I don't treat thing like the streaming services like Spotify or Apple Music or Deezer or Pandora or whatever it is. I don't treat those as a commercial thing as well. That's, to me, that's a fucking marketing outlet because you make so little money on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
But I think that's sort of the way that things are going. So that's why I've decided to do the 6-track thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I don't think it's worth putting any more than 6 out at a time, to be honest. I think that's probably...
No, it's good.
think that's
Attention
probably-
span thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably like your limit, 6
Yeah.
tracks.
I always used to aim at, if you could do a 45-minute recording, you fucking nailed, because it's something that someone can listen to, and then it finishes and they go, oh, fuck it, I'll just play again. Because it doesn't feel like it's been any time at all.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, 6 tracks.
6, I think, is going to work out.
It would be like, was that 35?
Not even 35 minutes.
Right,
Probably,
okay.
probably 25 to 30 minutes,
Yeah.
I think.
But
probably.
that's a good length to get people, and if they can listen to it 2 or 3 times in one sitting, or in a car journey or something,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they've got the lyrics in their head. And when they come and see you, they'll be fucking singing along. They'll go, fuck, I don't
That's
even
the
remember
weirdest
learning
feeling.
it. Oh, it's fucking mental, isn't it? Yeah, I've
yeah.
had that before.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's amazing feeling, but
It's the weirdest feeling when somebody starts, like, or you get like a very quiet bit and you can hear somebody singing what you're singing to them.
That
That'd be
was
something
I-
that you've written.
well. That was a heavy.
you have
thing
that with Uber Room. or
Uber
something,
Room
yeah.
a lot. Like there was so many people come to Uber Room gigs that knew the words to the songs.
Mhm.
The we got the craziest Uber Room story was getting in a random taxi in Liverpool, and we were talking in the back of the van, back of the car, and the driver turned around and said, "Do you use Uber Room?" He says, "My daughter just bought your single."
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I actually think the craziest Uber Room story involves the story we just told before, where I was fucked off my tits for 3 days. But you go with your taxi story.
I ended up when we were recording our single.
With
I
Hope?
was so
Destiny or whatever her name was.
what?
The one where you went, what's your name? You said, oh, Destiny. And you went, of course it is. Love.
No.
That's the line out of Highlander, isn't it?
yeah.
Hi, I'm Candy. Of course you are.
These fuckers turned up to a studio and they've all getting introduced to them as like, you got the engineer and the producer. And it was like the producer's wife or something turned up.
Hi, I'm Destiny. Is that? Of course you are.
Because she had no shoes on and a very wavy dress.
Flowery dress.
Oh, right. Okay. Didn't look
Yeah.
like she washed her hair in
Hope.
about 8
What's her
weeks.
name? It was Hope.
Hope, that's the one, yeah. My name's Hope. And you were just like, of course you are.
I like that. It's good.
But I was really nervous because I'd never recorded in a proper studio or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
Where did you go with that?
it was Atomic Studios.
Right,
in
okay.
in London.
In London.
To put it in perspective, the room we were using to record our single in, we had to be finished in the 4.5 days we had it booked for, because at the end of the half day, the texts were coming in to put the stuff in, and the day after, Led Zeppelin were rehearsing in there for the reunion tour,
Oh, nice.
for the reunion gig.
Yeah.
Billy did-
Mothership reunion
Yeah.
shows that they
So
do.
Billy did
I-
something right there then.
I fucking
It wasn't fucking Billy.
I threw up out of the van on the way there because I was so worried about, because I thought, well, we've got to be doing this. If I just cock everything up for a fucking day,
Yeah,
the
you've
whole
lost
thing's
a day, yeah.
bollocks. As it was all fine. But
Lee pulled his fucking A game and everything went.
what happened was,
The shopkeeper and his son.
because I was so fucking built up and so worried about what was going on,
Yeah.
the minute I did the last take and the producer turned around and said, "Good job," he said, "We got what we want. We can do some bass."
You
now."
wet yourself.
No, I went fucking mental and drank whatever came in front of me and put whatever came in front of me inside my body.
Amazing.
16 hours later,
Yeah.
Phil,
Yeah.
I'm sat in the same room while the vocals are getting done after not sleeping. And the producer turned around and he said, "Yeah, it was great. If you want to come out of the room," turned to me and said, "Like, take drugs, just not all of them."
Or not all at the same time.
And then he went over,
Fucking
went
hell.
into the little office room, got me a blanket, and just threw the blanket at me and said, "The couch is there to sleep on. If
Do you
want
know
to
what?
sleep."
There's a man who's dealt with 1,000 of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. He's seen them come and
like,
go
for fuck's
and disappear
sake.
off the face of the planet.
He was such a fucking
I love that.
He was such a cool
just
guy.
Don't take all of them.
Villa Lepinen, his name was,
Oh, cool.
and he permanently looked like he could have been a doctor.
Was he Finnish?
Yeah, he was.
Because that sounds
Finnish.
like a Finnish name.
Yeah, and was he Bulgarian? But he was foreign.
Yeah.
And,
But cool as fuck. With a
oh,
name
He
yeah,
didn't
like
live
that.
in Onken.
But
let's put it
he
that
always
way.
came in with a different suit on, and then a different like pair of what seemed to be brand new cons, and he just constantly looked the
Incredible.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
He is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fancied him.
Yeah.
I'm not
Of
scared.
course you did. And you were on 16 hours of fucking MDMA. at
I'd
the
have
time.
fucked anything that day.
Mental note made. Stay away from Lee on 16 hours of MDMA.
See, anytime there's a 3 legs, 4 wheels trip, it's like, we're going to this Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Watch out which city it's in before
Yeah.
you to agree to go with them.
Yeah.
I was that fucked.
Do they speak English there?
To-
No, we're all right.
We're not. Lee's got every language for 10 grams of MDMA, please.
As you can imagine, it was our rhythm guitarist that I spent most of those 16 hours with.
Yes, I can
And,
imagine that. It's the same rhythm guitarist that I spent my fucking hours with, yeah.
And I know I was a prick. Sorry, I wasn't. I know I wasn't a prick because I wasn't doing anything bad. But I hit that point where I was nothing but a liability.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And
when you have to be looked after.
But somehow I decided that the only way I could make this up to him was by buying him an air freshener.
Well on to you. Jesus, you're the father on Christmas Eve panicking at the petrol station because you haven't bought the kids any presents, aren't you?
The day we lost the keyboard player had like a big, massive bender when we were in London. And
As in Brian.
yeah, and our sorry, I'm
Fuck it, you named
I'm-
this before.
Yeah, and our singer Jeff's parents were there, and his stepdad.
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
well, where's
they were-
Brian? Because we were all going to drive away then.
Yeah.
We were leaving London to go back to the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bearing in mind, this guy was brought back to the hotel by the kindest policeman I've ever met. Because while Danny and Jeff were trying to say, yeah, he's fine, look, he's with us, just let us take him and we'll make sure he's okay. And Brian was sort of there going. He's like a fucking cat. And
Purring away.
then he stopped purring
Mm.
and started sucking the collar of the
Of the
policeman's
policeman's.
jacket.
Amazing.
Oh, dear.
And he looked at him and said, yeah, you should probably take him with you.
Mm.
Yeah. We're not fucking doing
So
that.
anyway, we blinked
Yeah.
and Brian disappeared. And we found him.
Like Mr. Ben, but in reverse. All of a sudden, Brian disappeared.
We found him trapped in a KFC. There was
Trapped in a KFC,
there
like
was
with
a-
no exit.
there was
What,
a glass-
roundy doors?
There was a glass corner, you know,
Right.
of like the way the
Yeah,
building
yeah.
came out, there was like a glass corner, and he was just stuck
In
in
the
the
corner.
corner, just hitting the inside of the glass. There was like children eating Happy Meals down the fucking bottom.
What time was this?
About 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
There were children in KFC at 8 a.m.
I know that's the more thing I'm outraged about as well. I don't give a shit about Brian's fucking
So we got him.
toxicity.
We got him, and like the transit we had like one of the the partitions in.
Yeah.
So you could lock it. So we just locked him in the back of the van.
Yeah.
And he turned around to me before we went. He's like, "So what are you doing?" So we're going to go Wetherspoons. So I'm not really hungry. So okay. So what are you going to do?
Do they do Coke at Wetherspoons? I could do with a bit of Coke.
No, this was great
That
because
won't be what you get for if you ask for it at Wetherspoons, by the way.
You
He
probably
turned around,
could.
he said, are you hungry? I said, yeah, I'm starving, Brian. He said, right. Do you know what you're going to get there? I said, no, I don't, Brian. And he just put his arms around me and said, I really hope this works out for you.
That's a man with concern for his friends, but
Yeah.
no concern for
And do you
himself.
know what? That's Brian down to a T, which is why I still love him now. He is such a selfless guy.
Yeah.
That's fucking
You've got to
incredible.
admire that, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's worried about what you're going to eat.
Yeah.
He just sucked a policeman's collar.
Oh, collar, yeah. And God knows
Collar,
what was on that
that's it.
collar.
Collar.
Yeah.
Do not edit that.
Doesn't need any editing on that at all.
Must say, I want Martin, because it would involve you learning how to use Photoshop, to take a still,
Yeah, go on.
to take a still frame of our video,
Yeah.
well, with Andy on the side singing into the microphone, and replace the microphone with a massive penis.
With Andy?
Yeah, on
Andy,
the
yeah.
video, on the Andy. Oh, fucking!
Oh, that video.
Yeah.
Oh,
William,
okay.
the
Big,
Clown
big
Calls for War video you were
noir
talking about
penis.
before.
Mate, I could do that after fucking 6 grams of heroin. Don't worry, I'll sort that out tonight. I'll still that fucker and put a big dildo.
If you want to
in
animate it and put some spunk in there, fire in.
Yeah, maybe.
Make it new
Fire
logo.
in.
Make it new logo.
I could do the clowns call for cum. The clowns come
Clowns
for war.
gag on cock.
Yeah, the clowns come for war.
Change it to that. Put it on a next gig poster and see how long it takes for anyone
Yes.
to notice.
Yeah, I'm all about the old like
I
Banksy
could
and gig
change the
posters.
Facebook, Twitter profile.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
They let nudity on Twitter, don't they?
I don't know. I don't want
as
to.
long
find
as you
out.
don't make it. Mind you, your cock doesn't look like a normal cock anyway, so that would
Wait, you
it
know
would get
this?
away with it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Tell the listeners have already heard about it before, I'm sure. Tell Flood about the story at Ben's wedding.
Oh no, I know about this story.
Yeah,
Know about
go.
it. It's performance art.
Yeah.
It is. Wee.
Discreet performance art.
Not really. Given
No,
that the
I mean,
bride's mother saw the
smashing
fucking
balls
photos
together.
of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well,
then.
she had the photos developed.
See, back in the days when you couldn't just scroll through your
No.
digital device.
Jesus Christ. No.
I'm a little bit concerned the fact that we never got the picture of Laura's tits back, to be fair.
No, yeah.
Who
true.
took that?
I did.
Lee did.
Well, that's allowed.
But
But I mean, who
Yeah,
stole
no,
the
well,
photo?
It kind of wasn't at the insistence of, let's do something crazy. Shows a picture of your tits, and Laura's going, I'm not too sure about that. And Lee's just going, no, and just pulling the fucking dress down and going, snap.
No, it was. I was more along the lines of
Hashtag her too.
where is that photo?
I haven't got a clue.
Like, who took it? Like, who stole it?
well, it's her. Our friend's wife's mother-in-law got them developed.
That would be our
So,
friend.
she will have binned it probably.
I-
Well,
I'd have
fuck
thought-
it, I
I'd
said
have
it now.
thought-
Boots might have binned it.
They'd have at least made it to the house, unless fucking Ben's father-in-law.
Oh, nice one. Our friend's mother think Ben's father-in-law.
yeah,
You're doing good on the old name dropping tonight.
Yeah.
aren't you?
This
Doing
has
right
come
old-
from the same person that said far too much about one of our friends on the first episode, that the first episode never became the first episode, and the first episode became the second episode.
Yeah, and there's a fucking reason, so we're going to scrap tonight's for Jesus Christ in heaven.
Loose lip Stevens over here.
Fuck me, dead. Yeah, so
Whoops.
boobies were shown. We never got the photos back. I didn't even get to laminate the fucker and keep it for my own little collection. But they managed to not figure out that our ball sacks pushed together were ball sacks. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not.
I'm disgusted that's not on the wall in this house. If
What,
someone
in the
had
wedding
done that-
album?
if someone had done, no, I'd have framed it.
Though, Floyd, he's still to get married, so maybe when the wedding comes around,
and me as
we
well.
can push.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're engaged, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
You're a little bit ahead of Lee in that
Well,
he's
no,
been...
we're at the same
I've
stage.
been engaged for fucking years.
I know that's my point, but I think Floyd's got more chance of carrying
Oh
on
yeah,
with
I'm
it.
never getting married.
Yeah, that's the engagement's as far as you're going. You've told me that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Laura know that?
Yeah.
I was going to say that's all
No,
right, 'cause it's on the podcast now.
No, we're
She
both
doesn't listen to
we're
this
both
shit.
perfectly happy with this.
Yeah, it's a good arrangement. It's fine. Yeah, that's a commitment in itself, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Engagement.
Cat's a commitment.
It is. Yeah, like fucking cats on my bloody mic.
Got 2 cats.
So you got 2 cats.
Christ.
Need I
And a
remind-
child.
I was gonna
Child's
say-
commitment.
I was going to say, need
Yeah.
I remind you of the
Yeah.
son?
Yeah.
And that one we all went to a party for.
Little Ginger
weeks
Wonder.
ago.
Yeah. That was good fun, that.
It was all
It
right.
was.
wasn't
I
it?
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. Little party for little Arthur.
Yeah. Apart from the fact that I managed to fucking christen the other kid. Well, I did all the lines, the godparent lines. I did half of them for the other kid because I didn't realise whereabouts in the script we were.
Oh, so you're actually a godparent to whoever the other.
Yeah. Can't remember their fucking name.
We were
really.
talking about it. I'm sure you've already talked about it on this podcast, probably. But
Maybe.
again,
Maybe.
how
I don't
passive,
listen to this shit.
how passive aggressive the priest man was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was comical. Yeah.
He was weird.
What's that first question you ask someone when they've had a child? Did it hurt?
Well, I was. How's your
It was so
Lee
funny.
beer me?
Yeah. Is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah. Well, that was the first question. Beer
Yeah.
first, and
But
then
he
we'll line it.
didn't-
Oh, Jesus
God,
Christ!
come on, Lee.
Fucking
But he
hell.
didn't like that though, did he? He didn't like. Yes, if it's a boy or a girl. But what else do you ask? All right. Sorry that the first question we might ask is not the same question you might ask. Yeah, very bizarre.
First question he he asks is, "Will you tell your mum if we do this?"
What?
I don't like them.
Oh, I see. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Lee's been bummed by a priest in the past, so he doesn't like it all.
No, that was fine.
He was a caring lover.
You're gentle.
Yeah.
Well, you ever heard that Derek and Clive sketch about the teacher bumming?
No.
Taking it's Dudley Moore and Peter Cook.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dudley Moore's playing the little boys. he said he was going to take me for a dicky back ride around the classroom after everyone had left.
Dicky back. I like Dicky back ride.
Bear in mind, this was recorded like early 80s.
Yeah,
so,
of course, yeah.
yeah.
The Derek and Clive, they were fucking hilarious. I've never
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
that one before.
Yeah, take him for a dicky back ride around the
Fucking
classroom.
amazing.
It's awful, isn't it?
Funny enough, I worked out today. I don't even know how this jumped in my mind. I wish I was cool enough for this to work. But if I was dead cool and I was like plowing my way through loads of hot women,
What?
I could-
We've just been talking about commitment.
Yeah.
Now you just go
No.
Plowing my way through loads
I
of hot
could-
women.
like
No,
with
no.
a plow.
No,
Yeah.
but after,
Right,
after
big
like
cock
I'd
plow.
want to be like I'd have to be like really revolting, like a sexy Alan Partridge, and then after it,
That guy we were talking about before.
Yeah.
no, but and after it was the morning after
Fucking hell.
as I was getting ready to leave the hotel room because I'd be that guy that lives in hotel rooms every night.
Okay.
Like Alan Partridge.
My line would be, "How was your first time on LSD?"
Oh, no. No. That's the worst thing you could say.
The fact you've thought
Have you
about
ever
this,
said that before to anyone?
No. I wish I had.
that's disgraceful.
Again, we were just discussing commitment, and then that
Yeah.
happened.
How's your first time on LSD? Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
No, see, the thing is, we're all going through it now in our heads, aren't we?
I know.
What's our initials?
Is it starting from like maybe a sexy story?
I
Martin's
did say
getting
sexy Alan Partridge, and
Yeah.
that fits the role.
Martin does sound like he might be, if he does that, it does sound like he might be an extra with the Beastie Boys.
it? Yeah,
MCD.
MCD. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah, you were starting on a sexy story there. I was getting a slight semi. Got to LSD. I've got an innie. It's sort of retracted
Don't tell
back
him
on
that.
itself. I've got a cock that looks like a shy ET.
How fuck? If do you remember, we had a really drunk podcast where we decided the most
Which one?
the most emasculating thing you could do to a man is fuck him in his own innie.
Yeah, probably.
I do remember that one. Yeah,
Probably would be.
yeah.
it's always intrigued me a little bit, sort of how they, transsexuals, when they sort of decide they're going to split the penis open and sort of fold it back.
Yeah, it's banana in, isn't it?
Essentially,
Yeah.
And it's just like
Just take the nerve endings, don't they? Take the nerve endings.
and change it. But I mean, does that must be there's no other way to say it.
Go on, just do it.
With when you get fucked in your innie, is that like having the same sensations when you would have a wank?
Probably.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
so.
Yeah, because they do the. I don't know if they get a head shrinker in and shrink the bell end, and it's a tiny.
I don't think they
clip.
use a bell end.
Same,
They
it's
don't
the
use
nerves out of there. The nerves that are there, they turn into a little clip.
I don't think they do. I thought
not?
I thought it was just like hollowing it out. Yeah.
What?
So you take
What?
they
They banana slice it.
yeah
And
right
fold that
they,
in on itself.
yeah. So they're hollowing you out and pushing you back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea being that the strip of nerves
Yeah.
goes up the top
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the
Innie.
innie.
Yeah.
So it's not like having a made clit. Although I'm
No,
sure
you
that
can still rub them senseless.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got. I'm not an expert.
No.
I clearly know more than I thought I did. Though.
You know
Yeah.
more than I thought you did, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's all that Googling. Get off the conspiracy theories and get on the
Maybe that's one of his
transgender operations.
Maybe that is one of his conspiracy theories.
Transgender people. Oh, fucking hell.
Transgender moon Nazis.
That's not
From the
something-
moon.
That is not a fucking bear we want to be poking. Let's keep away from transgender people. Jews.
What? Fucking keep away from them, Martin.
Let's not joke about that.
Oh, right,
There's
All right.
some groups of people haven't got a sense of humour at
Oh,
the moment. And
good God, no.
not that I imagine we've got the
I-
sort of
I-
listenership where shit's going to go
I
viral.
think it's just
and-
large groups of people. Large groups of people don't have a sense of humor anymore.
Fat people. No, you're all right. We've got you as a fucking buy.
Yeah,
on that
but
one.
if I was in a group of another 100 fat people, oh,
Would you turn?
yeah.
But he's always taking the piss out of you because
Especially if it was feeding time, just fucking ravid.
When is it not?
I was like, he's obviously.
Dare you?
Yeah.
Dare you?
He's not here, but he said it before. I like Glenn's thing that obviously he's a anemically fucking skinny person
Yeah.
now, but there's still a fat guy inside there. And so he eats really fast.
Mm.
And he'll eat more and more and more. And he goes, yeah, but that guy is still in there. It's like, I may look fucking
What?
slim as fuck.
He lost a lot of weight, didn't he?
Do you know how he did it?
In like
Over
This
half of him.
Yeah.
in like a year, wasn't it?
Amazing how he did it. Exercise bike, sat and played computer games on the exercise bike and just fucking played computer games for like 2 hours a night and cycling. And
But that's
sweated his-
pretty good.
Yeah, and sweated his bollocks off doing that. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty. I have an exercise bike and a PlayStation.
Get on it.
Of
No, you
course.
don't need to because you're a fucking Adonis.
Well, no,
So-
I have lost a stone in like since
Yeah.
Easter because
Since this Easter.
yeah.
Fuck me.
I got on the scales and I was like, they're lying. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't weigh that much. And I did that whole thing where you look at your belly sideways in the
Yeah,
mirror,
no.
sort of play with it a little bit,
Yeah.
jiggle my man boobs,
Yeah.
and then I thought, yeah, I might be right. You know, I look at my jowls. I was looking a bit Greg
Yeah.
Davis,
Oh, yeah.
and I was
yeah.
like,
You're looking a bit Greg
a little bit.
you have got a little bit of that.
I have a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna look like him when I'm older if I don't sort myself out now.
Yeah.
So then it's
Fuck me, a stone in that time is fucking brilliant.
yeah. Well,
Jesus Christ.
most of it came off in like the first week.
Yeah,
it was
shock
ridiculous.
to the system.
Yeah.
What are you doing there then? Is that
Just
a diet change?
Bit of
or
exercise bike in the morning, which I've
Yeah.
sort of stopped doing now. But
Yeah.
and then just eating
Yeah.
better,
Yeah, yeah.
more vegetables and fruits and less rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm just watching portion sizes as well.
Yeah,
That's
you're not eating a
ridiculous.
ton of shit. Yeah.
I convinced myself that because I'm tall, I can just eat anything, which is not the case.
It's not
No.
the case at all.
No,
I'm
no.
living proof of that.
Lee should be about 8 foot fucking 6 on his BMI.
Fucking cunt. What a bellend. Jesus. I know you said we've had one crossword. Are you trying to make another one?
I think I'm still classed as being overweight. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The BMI scale's fucking crazy, though.
Yeah. That doesn't account for how many burgers I like to eat.
No.
I'm sure it's
fucking
something
love a
now
good
that
burger.
if you're
Jesus Christ. It's a fucking.
if you're 6'2", you're supposed to be like fucking 9.5 stone.
No,
fuck that
shit.
It's
Yeah.
That's
fucking
bulimic.
crazy. Yeah.
No, I'm a lot more than that.
My
and
leg will
taller.
never be 9.5 stone.
Yeah, the thing is, as well, I work in a physical job, so I'm like,
Yeah.
The last thing I
always-
want to do when I finished work for the day is do more exercise, do something physical. I want to sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
You know, or go out for a drive because that doesn't take very much effort. But it seems
Yeah.
like you've gone
Yeah.
a long way to doing stuff.
Frantically masturbate.
Frantically? Yeah, I suppose you can't. Well, you could, actually, out of all three of us, you're the one that could get away with wanking at work.
Painting the walls.
Yeah. It's like Magnolia. No fucking problem, love.
That shows the way I think, because I thought the first thing I thought there was because I'm allowed in people's houses when they're not there.
Well, that's what I was going at as well. Yeah. You must have done that before.
I've never wanked in somebody else's house, Martin.
Have you not?
No.
You're an
House
utmost-
Martin.
Yeah, you're a professional. You're an utmost professional. And that's why you should
absolutely.
hire Lee Stevens, paint and decorating services.
I know somebody that's wanked off in a toilet in a portaloo in a site.
Oh, what?
It's pretty rough.
It's desperate, that, isn't it? Are you getting caught short?
Although there was another time
Something
where
very sexy must have happened just before that.
I was working on a site once, and there was this Scouse guy that was painting with us, and he was just one of those. You meet certain people. There's just no shame about them.
Yeah.
So he couldn't be bothered buying a newspaper this week, so he just bought Razzle, and he was sat reading Razzle while we were having we're looking while we were having brew, and he put it down. Then we came back for lunch, and his magazine had gone. He's like, "Fucking hell, me mag's gone!" And he's
Mag's
like,
gone.
"But the other, like, well, you stupid fucking buying it." No, it's not fucking on. Someone out there is raping my magazine.
That's an
Fucking
interesting
hell.
way of looking at it.
It is, isn't it? It's a very primordial way of looking at that. It's not something I'd have heard on like Attenborough.
No.
As we sift through the streets of Manchester, we find a copy of Razzle, which has clearly been raped multiple times by the homeless.
Hashtag the mag too.
Yeah. Mag 2. Yeah. Oh, no. Did he find this magazine in the end?
No, we never found it.
No, you wouldn't want it, I suppose.
No.
Anybody ever found like a stash of adult
Yes.
magazines? Yeah. Oh, you work in other people's houses, so you will have seen some weird shit. Like I've seen some odd stuff.
Yeah.
I've
But
went.
we're of that age where I think we're the last age group
To
to find the random porn mag on the street.
yeah. You know where
It's on the cloud now.
Exactly. Yeah. You know where the old mutual offices are now up on Onken Head, where the
Yeah.
hotel used to be. When that was a wasteland.
I thought I
full of
found some
grot.
mags there
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
my brother
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
my brother like in the
Mike.
bushes.
Yeah, no, we found there was like up on the cliff there. It was like a random fucking.
There was a box.
Barn that was there, not a barn,
Right.
so like a shed.
Oh, right,
just
okay.
up there. That must have been like back in the day when all the like gorse and stuff wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was probably where the
Caretaker was,
groundsman
yeah,
went,
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it was just stacked full of porn magazines.
Oh, see, somebody must have got hold of them and just like flung them in the
Yeah.
bushes. Because
Yeah.
we found, my brother found it, and he came and told me and my mates. And of course we ran up there as well. Tits. Yeah. But they were all like it clearly rained and then sunshine
Yeah,
on
yeah.
all of these magazines because they're all like bluey green tint
Yeah.
to
that's
everything.
the best way to find them.
Yeah.
And it was just like
I used to.
I can still remember like the kind of like the horror, but like
Yeah.
weird excitement about it. It's just like this is kind of cool, but
Yeah.
horrific
Mm.
at the same time.
But how often did that happen? Because I remember walking up a street, just in like town in Douglas, like not like a weird back alley or anything, and seeing like a fucking Reader's Wives or something, and just
Yeah.
blanking it as though it's just another porn mag on the side
Yeah.
of the street. How fucking often did that used to?
But do you not think about it? Did you not find loads of them over the years in phone boxes? where someone had obviously gone in, rang one of the numbers up, and then just ditched the magazine.
I know. I don't think I ever saw the magazine. We did when I was at college. We did Top Trumps collection of cards, phone box cards. We did a couple of trips to London with college, and like our thing was find a phone box, get the fucking card.
Yeah.
And then you think, and it was almost like a Top Trumps thing where it's like, oh, you've got like massive tits, yeah, but I've got massive tits and over 60s. That's weirder. So let's fucking exchange that. I've got teacher and student thing. I've got fucking this, and it was just, I remember that, but I didn't keep them. We left them in London. Honest, definitely didn't ring them. Definitely
didn't ring them. My brother ran up his first mobile phone bill.
Your middle brother.
No,
your younger brother. Yeah. Right, okay,
ran up his first mobile phone bill, calling a number that he found in the back of like a guitar magazine that I'd bought. Weirdly, I don't.
They used to do them, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Like just you play guitar, you must be a sad, lonely failed rock star.
Fucking old
girl. Exactly. Yeah, so he thought it was funny. Like calling these numbers, but like he got his first ever mobile phone and like was just like, there you go, there's £10 credit that should last you a while, and then the next day being like, I need some credit.
Yeah.
Hang on. What do you mean you need some credit? Like, where's all that gone? And then, he just thought it was partially my fault. I left like a guitar magazine, didn't think about what was in the back of it at all whatsoever. And he was obviously just like looking, he was like, what the hell? This is hilarious. And he was about 12 at the time.
Tits on a phone. So. But that's the same. Yeah, you're all the same like at 12 where it's like, oh, there's like fucking tits. And it's like,
well, that was back
amazing.
in the day where you had to hunt to find some sex.
To
Look at or to listen to or to sniff.
Great Universal catalogue.
Yeah.
They couldn't go on the internet. There was no internet.
No,
they kind of not at 12. No, they kind of wasn't. No. I remember the dial-up.
15. I think I was like 15 or 16 was when I first remember somebody having the internet in the house.
Yeah, I was I think about 14, a couple of years younger than you. Yeah, about the same time then. But I was about 14 when we got our internet computer. And I remember now, all like younger listeners will fucking wet their pants at this, but the family computer that we used, that we used 56k dial-up.
Fuck yeah.
I had a hard drive storage of 2 gigabytes.
You posh bastard.
Wow.
2 gigabytes. Yeah. I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
2 gig.
Imagine how many kilobyte pictures you could half download on.
I know. Yeah.
First thing I ever saw on the internet was a picture slowly fucking scanned in. And there's some boobs.
Yep.
Yeah, weirdest thing I ever found on the family home computer was, because of course as a kid you got to ask, can I just go on the computer for an hour? Is that that was the thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Does anyone want to make a phone call in the next 2 hours?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Can I just use the computer for an hour? Is that okay? Yeah. You can go on the computer for an hour. And I went onto the computer and I remember the old Windows screensaver, and it was back in the day. I think it must have been Windows 95 because there were no like separate user profiles.
Yeah, everyone's on the same.
So I fucking shook the mouse like that, opened up. The internet was already open.
Yeah,
and I was like, no. I was like, what is this? Woman, corset, boobs, and like fishnet type.
I stand and I was by my.
And I was like. And of course, I was intrigued, young boy over here, and I scrolled up, and it was Mariah Carey.
Amazing!
I was like, "This is a Mariah Carey photo shoot," and I looked at the website, and I scrolled down a little bit, and I was just like, "Wait, I'm not supposed to be on this."
Yeah,
I was like, somebody who was on this before me has been on this website, and now they've forgotten to shut it down, and I am on it, and I got accused of looking at it.
Right.
Which, okay, I was looking at it because it was there, but I didn't visit the website.
Yeah.
I think it was my stepdad. I think he was.
Right, okay.
I think he was the last one on it, and I think he was just like, ooh, Mariah. Because he had a thing for Mariah Carey. It took me a little while to work it out, but I think it was him.
She's really weird looking as well, Mariah Carey. She looks a little bit like if you took a chipmunk and made it a person. Because she's got the cheeks.
Right. She's got the big cheeks, yeah.
Yeah, Alvin, Simon, Theodore, Mariah Carey.
I think she's one of the least attractive,
of the chipmunks.
What was the human called who helped them out?
don't know, but I tell you what,
fuck yeah.
Played by Jason Lee in the movie, wasn't he?
he would be
Really,
well getting
right.
U-treed now.
No, not
well
now. Fuck,
getting
no,
you
fuck
trees.
off. That was only in the 90s.
No, now. There's no way he could get away with what he was doing with Chipmunks.
Did anyone
now.
get
What was it,
U-treed from the
cartoon?
90s?
No, I don't think so.
Has it got up to that point yet?
No. They haven't got to the 80s yet, has it?
I mean,
Davro hasn't
because
been
they were a
done,
band,
so-
weren't they? There was a
Chipmunks were a band,
Yeah,
But there was all in the
but
cartoon,
Could you
wasn't it?
imagine like a sort of, I don't know, say
It was Dave. That's who it
We'll go
was.
with
yeah, it was
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Could
Fucking
you imagine
Rourke.
someone in the like late 40s, late 40s, 50s, just getting
Yeah.
involved in like a young teenager's band or musical career?
Every Manx manager found a new starlight over here. Not starlit, obviously not star. Fuck, Jesus Christ.
No,
Well, they really
next
have to-
That's
subject.
the wrong thing to say.
Moving
Moving on.
They find the person they really like. They really sort of identify the mark, and then they go
Yeah.
for that mark.
Yeah,
I always found it weird that the Chipmunks only wore oversized T-shirts.
t-shirts, yeah. No
That's
underwear.
because they weren't allowed to wear underwear. It's easy access. Hashtag chipmunks too.
Hashtag U-Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strange one, that, isn't it? Operation U-Tree.
Well, I suppose it's it's strange that the people who are coming out have been caught, or
No, it's just it's so bizarre that it's literally like a Black Mirror thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Loads of former celebrities who
Yeah.
like were like household names, and let's be
No,
honest,
the crazy-
loved by people.
The
as
crazy
well.
one there was there was a person that was on that list that was supposed to be investigated, and it's now written history that they were scrapped from the list because
I know
it
who
was,
it is.
yeah.
You know who it is?
Prince.
No.
It's not
No.
a prince. It's not.
Who?
Don't define
No, not
royalty.
Prince. No.
Not that Prince, an actual Prince.
Yeah.
No, I've got my theories here.
Go on.
Forsyth.
Forsyth.
Brucey was too
Oh
big.
no! It
Brucey's
was a royal.
beyond Savile.
No, Brucey's not beyond Savile.
No, he fucking is. In
No,
BBC states, Brucey's higher royalty than Savile.
There's
easily.
more chance of it being fucking what's his name?
Wogan.
No,
No,
Barrymore.
don't you dare say Attenborough. Nothing wrong with Barrymore.
Cliff Richard.
Oh, Cliff's got fuck all on Brucey.
But but it was took
Cliff
off
is
because it was in the public interest of Great Britain.
Cliff is
Right, okay.
Teflon man.
Cliff is, yeah.
Yeah, it's because he's fucking clever.
Yeah, nothing sticks to Cliff Richard.
No,
Donald Trump.
not even Sue
No.
Barker's Quinn.
No.
No.
Is Cliff Richard or Donald Trump?
No.
No, like he's Teflon. You can throw anything you want at Donald Trump; it just bounces off him.
Right, yeah. I'd love to throw a fucking nuke at the cunt.
I prefer Donald Trump to Cliff Richard.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
hate Cliff Richard.
Fuck off. Donald
I'm on
Trump.
Martin's side with this one.
Donald Trump never released Wired for Sound. So you can fuck that argument
No, yeah,
right
but
to the
but
sky.
now, but yeah, but
I
Donald
like
Trump.
tall speakers.
Exactly.
I like small speakers.
Because Trump would never admit that he liked small speakers. I like tall speakers. I like the best speakers. I like the tallest speakers alive. Only
massive-
Hillary would
They're
like
massive
small
speakers.
speakers. Yeah.
Huge.
Cliff Richard. We don't
They're
like
the
him.
biggest speakers.
He wrote songs trying to be American, and they didn't work.
Your lip movement is fucking perfect
Yeah.
because it's made that shape which looks like you're
The
trying to
little
give an ant a
puckered asshole.
blowjob.
Yeah.
The little, yeah.
Yeah, that's. I did see someone post on Facebook. You know, when Trump went on about this Iran deal that he's pulled
Yeah.
the US out of.
I don't really understand that, if I'm perfectly honest.
No, but he somebody posted on Facebook. Does Trump have eyes? Because I can't.
They're just
because
like-
I can't see them.
Yeah,
They're like mouses' vaginas, aren't they? Yeah.
I do think it's funny though. I think it's so funny that all of a sudden because people hate Donald Trump that they think no. I think it's
There
funny.
are people out there who love him.
No,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think it's funny that the people that hate Donald Trump have now decided he's making all the decisions. No one has ever thought a president makes the decisions. They're merely
Right,
the
yeah.
mouthpiece that gets up and says it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny that because there's like this, there's a villain
Like
there now.
Mike Pence, the vice president,
He's a
probably
bigger cunt than
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Trump is.
He
Jesus
probably
Christ.
has a lot more to do with what goes
Yeah.
on than Trump does. Trump is just a face for
I think it's probably more of a committee. It's more of a committee what the decisions are.
Well, it should be. Well,
Well, you think so?
it depends who's on your committee. I
Like I
suppose.
say, I mean, the craziest thing in the world is that every 4 years, 4 years a term? It's 4 years.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Every 4 years there's a popularity contest to decide who is the most powerful man in the world.
Yeah.
Fucking progress.
I always like that though, because with the levels of unemployment and the economy and everything that they've got, you always have this: the leader of the free world and the most powerful man in the world. So
Yeah.
are they actually now? Has anyone last done the stats to go, what is the most powerful country in the world?
I think it probably still is America.
It still is America.
Most
isn't it?
influential, I would say.
Yeah.
But
It just
I-
seems,
I think-
I always laugh at the leader
I
of the
always
free
think-
world
You-
stake. I'm like, you should fucking. There's no chance. Yeah.
I
It's
always
the
think
fucking
those
prime
things
minister
are
of
funny.
Norway or something is the leader of the free world.
Yeah, but when you talk about like the powerful countries and things like that, and who's the most powerful man in the world,
Yeah.
there always seems to be all this. The Western world chatters amongst itself, and then China goes,
Us.
"Keep going, lads.
Yeah.
As long as you're entertained, we're entertained."
You
Yeah,
talk whatever
pretty much,
shite
yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
yeah, China's an interesting one as well, isn't it? It's just like, are they friends?
Who
My
knows?
friend of, yeah.
It's. I mean,
We'll
you
all
look
be
at
speaking Chinese in 10 years' time.
you look
Oh,
at
yeah.
the human rights violations, in
Yeah,
China, but it doesn't matter.
Nobody steps in.
No, because we really like their food, and it's like, yeah. But do you know what I mean?
I don't think that's why they don't step in.
No, but we've
17 dead in a factory, but by fuck, egg fried rice is the tits, isn't it?
hang on. Let me
can't
go
beat-
forward with this idea.
Go
It's
on.
because in our heads we've just decided that China is just funny writing dragons with nice food, and then we sack all
Right.
the other stuff away because all we think of is calendars on bamboo.
Right. So your sort of thing of, like, we'll get shut of the workers' rights and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff, because how else are we going to get the fireworks for the New Year's Eve
Yeah,
display?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I don't like it. I think it's yeah.
Potentially.
Is it China or Korea or South Korea? Which
Fucking hell.
is it Samsung factories in South Korea?
South Korea.
Have suicide nets around them.
No, that's in China, but
Is it China,
Samsung's
I'm
based
sure-
in South Korea, but
I'm sure Samsung have them as well.
well, I'm pretty sure when we stop recording, I'll tell you which friend of ours works for the company that has suicide nets around their office.
Here.
No, not
I
here,
was
no.
going to say.
In their Chinese office.
Yeah.
But they've had fucking,
over here.
They've caught people.
Yeah.
they've had deaths. No, they've had deaths in the factory. They've gone, well, it's collateral fucking damage.
Whoa. Over here, the place with the suicide nets around it, the office is called Government Offices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm in the basement, so I don't need to jump that fucking.
You're fucking X Files. You
I am.
you'd make
I
a
am
good
Fox
Mulder.
Mulder.
Yeah.
It's either X Files or IT Crowd.
X Files, I like to think.
I-
X Files, the cool version, isn't it?
I think IT Crowd probably had more sex than Fox Mulder. He didn't seem to get any action unless he was getting probed.
Oh,
He also got followed around by a man who looked suspiciously like Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger.
He did, yes.
who for? Oh, the Smoker Man.
Cigarette
Yeah,
smoker.
I need to
he
watch.
did, didn't
I
he?
haven't watched the new series of X Factor,
X Factor
X Files. The 4% lager's working,
is
but
is cigarette smoking man in it.
yeah.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
But the
'Cause
last series was fucking ace.
Well, I didn't watch it because when they did the new thing, they were like, it was like a piss take or something. It was trying to be more of a comedy, I think.
No,
Um,
there was a good one. There was a
There
proper
was
series.
one. There was like one good one, but the fucking weird one where they had the guy who had the peepholes in the motel room. I was like, this is bullshit. So I didn't watch it. But then apparently they have the episode.
Sounds more like Jonathan Creek than X Files.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It was the same with the film with Billy Connolly in it, which was just like they were catching.
Gwen Connolly, but he was in the film. Yeah.
He was,
Oh, was it the second
he was
film
a
that wasn't.
paedophile, wasn't he? He was played a pedophile.
He played a paedophile.
What?
Yeah,
He wasn't
yeah,
a
no,
paedophile.
yeah.
How dare you tarnish the name of
Take
Connolly?
when they're not taking him.
In the X-Files film, because I get this mixed up, you see, because I'm fucking old school X-Files, there was like an hour and a half long episode
Yeah,
that I class as the first X-Files film, and then when Connolly's in, it's the second X-Files film.
Yeah, well, because there was X-Files, the movie, which was a proper Hollywood.
That's the one Connolly was in.
No, there was a proper Hollywood.
Oh, fuck, there's 3 of them then.
Yeah, because
Right,
the
okay.
first X-Files, the movie, was like there was a spaceship in Antarctica. We should put it on our not the director's cut.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, no, we should definitely do that, yeah.
Yeah. We've got a new segment which we might as well slip in here because we're talking about movies.
Do it.
We're going to do extra content for our patrons, for our $5 and up patrons. So we don't know yet, do we, whether we're going to do 2 movies a month or 1 movie a month?
I do too, because I think we have to be quite drunk when we do it.
Do two.
You have to be quite drunk.
Shit-faced, I was
Yeah.
going to say.
You should have just said it.
And we're gonna record us watching the film and talk about the film as we're watching it.
Commentary.
And,
Must the audio commentary, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's not the director's commentary.
Exactly.
Is what it's called. And I
The
think
X-Files film would be a really good one, actually.
Yeah, we're going to start with Child's Play.
Yeah.
Child's Play is a great one.
Child's
to
Play
start with.
That's the
fucked
one
me
that
up
shit
as a
him
kid.
up as a kid. Could we do the one that fucked me up as a kid? As the next one?
What was it?
Poltergeist.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking did me in that. And I forgot what it was until I saw it years and years later. I was like, that's that scene. How do I know that scene? That's that fucking scene. And I was like, but watch it with adult.
I never forgot it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just still there. I'm trying to
never
think if
knew
I
what it
ever
was.
had a film that really, really fucked me up when I was younger.
You must have seen something that you shouldn't have watched when you were of an age.
I remember watching the first Terminator film and being pretty having some pretty fucking scary nightmares about skeletal robots.
Yeah.
No, Terminator didn't bother me. RoboCop was the first film I remember fucking loving. Like, it's in like
Right.
I watched like 18 times or something like that.
Right. When did you first watch that? Because that was one I remember. You know, when we were a lot younger in the 90s and they had the Video Nasty stuff, the Exorcist, and they had Child's Play on there. That's when I remember watching RoboCop when they shot when they killed him.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, sort of hindsight back going, was RoboCop ever on Videos Nasties? Maybe it wasn't, but maybe it was just because I shouldn't have fucking watched it when I did watch it.
Well, the thing with RoboCop was my mum didn't want me to watch it, but my dad fucking championed the fuck out of it for me because RoboCop was cool as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely was.
Yeah.
I remember being ill when I was when did I fucking watch that? Because I remember being really young and I was off school ill. I had fucking chicken pox or something.
Yeah.
And I remember my mum saying, I'm going to town, do you want anything? And I was saying, RoboCop toy. And she brought out, it was a 12-inch figure of RoboCop.
Was it the one with the
Span-
caps in the back? Did you put
Yes,
caps?
yeah, it was the one with the cap gun in the back. Yeah. But so that must have already been out for me to know what fucking RoboCop was.
Well, do you know why?
A lot of kids were talking about RoboCop at school at the time.
Well,
You don't necessarily know what it was, though.
No, but what they did was they brought out a crap cartoon for 5 episodes of cartoon.
Oh, for the kids.
And then they laced all of the toys on top of that. But realistically, that's not why you were buying the toys. You were buying the toys because you'd seen the film.
Yeah.
But they had to release
The child-friendly version.
They had to release a shit cartoon so they could make the toys.
How many of those did they do, though? Because do you remember the Toxic Avenger cartoon?
Yes, I do remember Toxic Avenger, but that was a big cartoon. That was
a
think
big
I don't
cartoon.
remember that
Toxic
one.
Avenger cartoon was bigger than the film. I think.
Oh, it absolutely
Yeah.
was. Yeah. But then you watched the
In
film.
fact, it wasn't even called Toxic Avenger. The
What
cartoon
was it
was
called?
called the Toxic Crusader.
Oh, it was. Yeah. That's right.
Now
Toxic-
that's ringing a bell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toxic
Crusader.
Crusaders. Toxic Crusaders.
Yes, of course. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah. But then you watch the film and you're like, you'd never let a fucking child watch that. And obviously, it's cool as
There's
fuck.
one.
What?
I've never seen it.
Really? I fucking love trauma films. So we definitely need to watch Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High.
Well, now there's too many films for us not to do. We'll do one of these.
Fucking, I'm going to do
We'll
one a
do,
week,
we'll do
aren't we?
one of the. No, we'll do one of these every Liam Martin episode because we don't we don't do a Patreon podcast,
No, yeah, okay, yeah. fair
so
enough.
we can watch a film after we've done the
Yeah.
podcast.
Brilliant. And actually,
like
we've
that
got
idea.
a thing because Troma had a film called Poltergeist, which was
Poltergeist.
yeah, as in
Like intranet.
no, sorry, as in I've said it wrong. Poultrygeist, as in poltergeist, but with chickens.
Poultrygeist.
Poultrygeist, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And guess who did the main theme to Poultrygeist? Zombina and the Skeletons.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Fucking amazing.
Friends of both of us?
Yeah.
And Lee as well? Did you meet
Yeah,
Zombina and the Skeletons?
I met them. I wouldn't go as far as
You
say
might-
a friend.
When we
I
played,
saw them play in Liverpool.
yeah. I've seen them. Yeah.
Mm. She was
When-
fit, wasn't she?
Jen's a good-looking girl. I was always more of a fan of the drummer, but
Dave.
Dave, that's the one. Yeah, Brian. Yeah,
Brian.
when we've played Double Echo on here before, the goth band that you quite liked.
Yeah.
That's the guitarist from Zombina and Skeletons. Is the singer
Horror.
Doc Horry?
The
yeah.
track
yeah.
we played at the end of the last show was
Oh, you like-
fucking superb.
Yeah,
That
you
was
like
fucking
Jay's
amazing.
fucking band, yeah.
Yeah.
And then weird thing with that is Jay's been over here for just him solo, and he opened up for Mike and the Mechanics
All right.
in the
okay,
villa
cool. Yeah,
in
yeah.
the fucking Royal Hall before it got done up. I think it was before. Maybe it was at the same time it got fucking opened up again.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mike and the Mechanics coming over?
Yeah, vaguely.
And so I played in there with, maybe it was like Pigs on the Wing or something. And there was a picture I was tagged in on Facebook. And Jay jumped on going, I've played that room. I was like, how the fuck have you? I know Jay from something completely not Ireland related at all.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've played there. I was like, how the fuck have you played? He was like, I opened up for Mike and the Mechanics. I was like, fuck, I remember that. I didn't fucking know it was you though, you prick, when you were playing. But yeah, they're fucking brilliant. I'll send you the fucking thing that we played on that.
Yeah,
I think you'll quite like
yeah.
it.
I like listening to new stuff. I like discovering new things.
All Hail Hyena, they're called.
All right.
And,
Good name.
Yeah, they're the bollocks. But the fucking awesome thing is, they're all from like, I'm going to be completely.
They remind me of Your Codename is Milo.
Oh, I like your Codename
Yeah.
is Milo. It's one of my brother's favourite bands as well.
Yeah.
Your Codename is Milo.
He's
Oh.
got white glasses, hasn't he? Just because of...
But he got white glasses because
Who, Mullen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a fucking weird thing during this week where I needed to email Justin from ELS
Yeah.
about something. I was trying to find his email address, and I was like, I must have it on my Gmail.
And you started typing it, and then somebody else's email address came up.
Yes.
I've done that before.
Whose email address came up?
Justin Hawkins.
Justin Lockie.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right? And I was like, how the fuck have I got... They can't be the same Justin Lockie from fucking editors. There's no fucking way. So I'm search for the fucking thing. It's the fucking same one. Because years and years ago, when Mother Vulpine came over, they go, oh, you want to get a hold of Justin? Because I reckon his band would love coming over here. His band, Your Codename is Milo. And I've got an email from 10 years ago saying, hi, Justin. I've spoke to Tom and Lindsay. They reckon you guys would love to come over here. I was like, fuck me. That's fucking insane.
Wish that would have fucking happened.
I know, yeah.
I love Your Codename.
But I didn't realise.
Such a good band.
Did
Yeah.
fucking Mike go and watch The Automatic when they came over?
I don't know.
Because Mullen was playing with them when he came over.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, because
He wrote Their Only Good Song. Magazines is a fucking brilliant song.
right. He's a fucking monster of a guy, Paul Mullen. Jesus Christ, he's like fucking Midas, isn't he? Everything he touches is just fucking brilliant. But yeah, that was a bit of a segue from something else. Oh, fucking Jay's lot. Yeah, All Hail, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
But
So I've always thought I might do, much like you guys do this podcast. If I did a podcast of like my own,
yeah,
it would be snippets of music that I'd found on social media.
yeah.
Because I think
you
if
do it
you-
for fucking
yeah.
ages, can't you?
If you've trawled through Instagram
yeah, it's nuts.
and you find like a 10-second video clip, you go and check that band out.
Yeah.
They might suck, but they might not.
Yeah, no, I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of fucking
Yeah.
groups from that.
You
one.
can't really do it on Facebook. Facebook, for searching for shit like that is difficult, but it's the hashtag fucking thing.
Facebook for doing anything apart from selling baby clothes is difficult now.
Yeah.
It's
Someone's been fucking priming the baby stuff.
no. I'm just that's all that's there. I despise going on Facebook.
But I think when it comes to like reaching out to people you don't know, which is kind of what you want to do if you're a musician,
Instagram's great.
some sort of creative.
I
then-
find Twitter's really good for it as well.
yeah, Twitter can be good for it as well. But I think that that's the kind of medium you want to look at. So if I have the time,
Yeah.
and at the moment I don't, but I would do another podcast of my own of music that I found on social media and just play. Obviously, you can't play full songs because then essentially you're giving away their music for free. But like you play.
did fucking 20, 30-second clips.
I think
Yeah,
it should.
yeah.
I think it
Chorus.
should. Then that
Yeah,
can
or at
be
least
the,
like a
it can-
minute,
it can
minute
be
and
the
a half.
beginnings.
Yeah.
It can be the beginnings of the Three Legs Podcast Network.
Yeah, well, that's what it essentially would be.
Not
wouldn't
right,
it?
Trump, with your fucking empire.
You can just see him now, can't you? With his tower with Stevens written right across
I
the
can
bottom.
wait
of
to
it.
see the fucking hair going enough that he has to wait over some weird fucking flock of seagulls cross.
It won't be long, I don't think. But while we were talking about music and stuff like that, we should let's dock this good ship.
Okay, are we going to sign out? We should play some Flood stuff. We said we were going to play Machines.
Yeah, it's a bit of a slightly more downbeat, older song that I wrote.
Would you want, if there's anything else, if you'd rather play something else, it's a good song.
If I said to the listeners on Three Legs, Four Wheels, if they wanted a copy of the album, to tweet me at Flood21.
Yeah.
I got one tweet asking for a copy of the album, which I'll be sending out this weekend.
Nice.
So if anyone else if you like what you hear at the end of the podcast and you want more of it, just tweet me. We'll see what we can
Just
do.
do it anyway. It's free.
Yeah, I'll send it out to you.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I've got loads of copies of that album left.
Good old physical media.
Yay! Hit that bandwagon a bit too late, didn't I?
Not at all. You hit it.
To be fair,
Mini discs go.
to be fair, I had.
That's what I was just gonna fucking drop.
To be fair, I argued at the time that I thought 1,000 CDs was
Shit,
more.
that's a lot.
No, I said that's more than enough. But the man,
Yeah, that was more than enough.
But to be fair, at the time,
Every true word said.
is this your?
1,500 was what actually got ordered.
To be fair, Uber Room sold 2,500 physical copies.
Of
Really?
your album.
Really?
Of
The
Looking
single?
Forward to Nothing, yeah. We sold more physical copies in HMV than Coldplay sold of Talk physical copies.
And you know what? I bought Talk.
I bought Talk as well. It's a great song.
Fucking right, it is. It's the Kraftwerk song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've
And
had,
where are those pricks now?
I know.
I've had a few hundred downloads,
Yeah.
That's brilliant, though.
but
for
not.
over here,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
just considering I only last time I gigged in England was like 2005.
yeah.
Like a few hundred downloads, and a Russian torrent site decided to illegally stream it for some reason.
Incredible.
Don't know why.
Crazy.
Don't know why. But again, I'm not.
Never had that. Is that the digital version? Do you ever play? Well, I play this game now and again with a few people of whose album turns up in charity shops.
Oh yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
local
Slim
bands.
Pigs and
ones.
things. Yeah. Is that the new version? Is that the digital
I
version?
think so, yeah.
Whose album ends up on a Russian torrent site?
Well, yeah, but if the listeners want to check some stuff out,
Yeah.
before they send me a tweet or whatever, then it is on Spotify as well. So if you search Chris Flood on Spotify, it does come up.
Reasons?
Yeah.
I didn't
Or you
know
can ask your Amazon Echo to play it as well. That works.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell! I'll be on that.
Yeah.
In fact, if anyone's got an Echo
Alexa,
out there,
have you still got that fucking thing up there?
I think she's unplugged.
Oh, Jesus Christ! She always sets off now and again.
Yeah.
When we least expect it.
If anyone out there has got
I'm
one,
sorry, I don't know that.
go and ask it. Ask it to play this podcast because we should be on it. But I
Alexa.
can't get it to work because of my accent. Because when I say it, she just keeps saying, "Sorry, I can't find Mercy Audio."
Right. Okay.
I'll have to do it in my proper radio voice when I get
Yeah.
home. See what's
Hello.
Good evening,
Yeah.
Alexa.
Do in my 3 legs 4 wheels voice.
Yes.
Oh, is this? Oh shit! If you do you know Gilbert Gottfried,
Um,
American comedian?
No, I recognise the name, but I don't think
You'll know his voice more than anything else. He's like 80s like film comedy, and he's got
Yeah.
like a
yeah,
type voice. Believe it or not, that's not his real voice. I heard a thing on the Howard Stern show where he left Howard Stern a voicemail. And he's like, "Hey Howard, I'm just wondering what time we're on
Well, apparently Michael Jackson didn't talk like this.
at." Really?
Yeah, apparently Michael Jackson had. Now I don't mean this to be derogatory or
Hello, black man's
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck
apparently,
off.
apparently Michael Jackson would talk quite normally like this.
Wow.
But then when he knew that someone was around who didn't know him closely enough, he'd be like, "Oh hi, I like you."
Wow.
Peter Pan, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's scary as shit. Hey, Macaulay. Get in the bed, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's behind you now?
Magic trick. See, you can see my hands. And on that note,
Oh,
dear.
that's a good place to finish, isn't it?
Thanks for listening.
Thanks a lot for coming down, sir.
Yeah, no worries. It's been good fun.
I'm glad
It's been a nice chat.
Yeah.
As I say, a little bit
Random.
and possibly close to the bone at times, but that's good.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
People know what they're getting into. They must know by now. This is like, it's like the 25th episode. They know what they're getting.
Is it?
Wow, 25 episodes.
Yeah.
Doing good.
So, yeah.
I will be back on hopefully at some point when
you'll
that new EP's finished,
get-
and I've
yeah,
got something
definitely.
for you guys to
Drop
fucking
something to promote.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Turn up a chance for free promo.
Fucking right.
On the off chance that some of our listeners aren't 3 Legs 4 Wheels listeners, people can find you.
How the
At
fuck did
Flood21 on Twitter.
How the fuck did they find us if they're not already fans of you?
I don't know.
There are some listeners, I would imagine, who aren't.
I'd imagine so. Martin,
Oh, Twitter's at Base Martin.
I'm at A Total Shunt, and this has been Musty Audio. Bye-bye.
Go fuck yourself.
Bye.
Hello again. Thanks for listening to the show. I enjoyed that podcast. I always enjoy speaking to Chris. He's a good guy. And just quickly before we run through the Patreon stuff, I just want to give a quick thing again for what we're going to do starting from next week, because the more I think about it, the more I'm excited about doing it. As I said at the beginning of the podcast, now if you're a $5 and up patron, you get 4 shows a month extra instead of 2 shows a month extra, and 2 of those shows, when we don't have a guest on, are going to be like Man and Martin's Cinema Club, essentially, called Not the Director's Cut, where we're going to give you like a Not the Director's commentary on whatever film we're watching. Next month is Child's Play. I think I'm going to cry. I do. I know it's not a serious like horror like for a film anymore. I know it's old, but I think that film did enough damage to me that I think it's beyond the fear factor for me is now beyond what that film was originally capable of. So, yeah, that's a thing. I'm looking forward to doing it. But a quick shout out now to our patrons before we go. I'd like to thank Steve Carroll. Your mug is shipping its way to me, and as soon as it gets to me, it will be going to you. So hopefully within next week, it should be on its way. Well, within the week, it will be on its way to you. Hopefully before the end of this coming week, you'll have it. Andrew Hicks. Thanks very much. GWBM, Aaron Bradley, Gemma Reed, Dan Holmes, Luke Nipper, Jordan Holmes, Brian Christensen, Mike Hughes, Christensen, sorry. I'm sorry, Brian Christensen, Glenn Watterson, John Daly, and Wayne Hines. Thank you all for continuing to support the show and continuing to enjoy my little brand of bullshit. So we'll see you next week with a Normal Me and Martin podcast. And if you're a patron, we'll see you for Not the Director's Cut. Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Nobody's fault the air is dry. It just makes it harder to swallow my pride. I have to stick my neck out on the line. There'll be another train along in a short while, and I'm picking up machines I don't know how to use. And everybody's telling me that I cannot lose. I think it's just better if I told you the truth. I'm sorry, but I really don't know what to do. Wait, right here. Wait for you. Everyone speaks to me at the same time. It's no one's turn to wait in line. It's no one's fault the air is dry. It just makes it harder for this line to rhyme, and I'm picking up machines I don't know how to use. Everybody's telling me that I cannot lose. I think it's just better if I told you the truth. I'm sorry, but I really don't know what to do. Wait.
picking up machines I don't know how to use. And everybody's telling me that I cannot lose. Think it's just better if I told you the truth. I'm sorry, but I really don't know what to do.